Look at this. So I was trying to tell Double X about Newark. I'm like, yo, Newark, New Jersey, gotta, you know what I mean? As far as accidents, every time you ride through Newark, you're gonna see an accident somewhere. It's crazy. Look at this right here. So this is early morning. This is what happens in Newark on a regular basis. That's probably a stolen car. Look, the light's on. Car seat right there. It's like they try to ride on the sidewalk. Look at this. Airbag deployed. Look at this. Look at this. The lights. Oh, the lights had just cut off. Newark, New Jersey. This is what happens on a regular basis. That's crazy. Look at this. Right, let's get into the auditing.
I've been talking to this guy on the phone, and I really think he's going to bring something to the table. Check out this traffic stop that he recorded. I will drop the link for his channel in the description and in the pinned comment. All right, folks, here we go.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, man, when I got behind you, dude, I can see that your license plate light, even though it's like kind of dim, it's got to illuminate the license plate better than it is.
Okay.
Understand?
Yep.
You have your ID on you?
I do. So that was the reason for but it's good though, right?
It's got to illuminate from 50 feet.
It's good though, right?
No, it's not. That's why I pulled you over. That's why my lights are on.
So you're telling me that you pulled me over for a dim license?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Okay.
And you know the little month sticker that you have on there? It's faded.
Oh, what?
The month sticker?
Okay. I just put
Well,
that
what's
on
up with
there.
the attitude, man?
What attitude? I don't know what you're talking about. It's just you pulled me over. I'm right here at my mom's house. Just got off work, tired. So.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your license?
It's right here.
Yeah, that'd be true. Hey, Corey, yo, listen, man, we're gonna need you back on. I've been reading up on some politics. Got me very, very interested. So those are the discussions I think are the most important in any community, you dig, any society. So yeah, I'm gonna need you to peek in it, more often, because I'm gonna definitely do more of that. And yeah, look, if you're on Facebook, this is my name, send me a Facebook friend request, because I'll be hitting up Sean. I'll be hitting up like people personally on an instant message to let them know I'm live. I give them a topic, you know what I mean? If they're interested, they'll pull up. If not, they'll continue to do what they do. But I definitely want to build more on that political discussion. But I had a little time today. I didn't go to the gym, so I said, let me share some of these videos before I get busy at 4:00. Oh yes, I'm guessing your name would be Corey on Facebook. Also, let me put my group, my Facebook group in there too. So if you're on Facebook, you can join the group. Also there, I put the links in there. And any information you got, you can share it in there. But I've been watching the Unc versus Sean. That's pretty funny. So anyway, let me put my Facebook group in the chat. It's called Unbiased Research. And I encourage people to join that. This computer's slow as hell for no reason. All right, look at it. This thing is just slow. All right, let me just go ahead and put that in the chat. Oh, you're not on Facebook? All right, so this anybody that is, yeah. But yeah, it's very, oh yeah, I got your number anyway. I'm bugging. I got your phone number. I could just text you the link when we talk about politics, invite you on, and we get it in. Rasta, man, peace. Yeah, so this is just a little entertainment. I'm dealing with the infractions with police officers. How I think we all experience this, where they pull you over or interact with you, make contact with you for something very, very minor, where they're implying you'll be let go with no hassle, no citation, nothing. And then they'll ask for your license. Like, oh, wait. And that's what my man right here is going through. You're looking like, all right, you pulled me over, you pointed some stuff out, but you're about to let me go because you're not going to write me a ticket, nothing like that. Okay, so let me go. So, but the officer still asked for his ID. So he looking like, hold up, man. Normally, a police officer asks for your ID when they're about to cite you or write, you know what I mean, something like that. You're about to let me go. You're saying I'm good, but you're still asking for my ID. So this is funny. Yeah. I just thought about it, Corey. I got your number. I just could hit you up the link directly. Again, Corey, when I hit you with a link, that's not saying you're obligated to join, whatever. I'm just throwing it out there. Like, bro, if you're free, and if you think it's a topic that you can add on, but definitely the political topic. When you touch on politics, things like that, that's something I'm gonna need you to hop in and join us. But anyway, let me go ahead and finish this. Oh, you might have enjoyed a conversation not too long ago. My man Hassan Muhammad had hopped on and he was talking about the brain, I guess, in the evolutionary process. He was doing reasoning versus rationale. Like, at what point does the brain, I don't know. It's something you might be interested in. And also, if you know where you got that argument from, let me know. Like, you know, our people definitely got that from somebody. So I want to know, where's he getting that argument from? So I just could know his argument up front. It's happened to me many times where I get pulled over, or sometimes again, when you don't know your rights as a motorist, sometimes I was driving and the cop might have pulled out from his hottest spots. You know, maybe a coincidence while I'm pulling past. You know, black. You know, we might be a little, you know what I mean, hurt, violated too often. So sometimes I'll just pull over just to save the process. Like, I believe you're behind me to pull me over, so I just pull over. Now, signal on everything. The cop, if there's no big deal, just keep going. But the cop will pull behind me anyway, put his lights on, or maybe not. And then he'll say, well, why you pull over? And I'll say, I was driving, you pulled behind me, so I figured you're going to pull me over. So I pulled over. He said, oh, no, I wasn't pulling you over. I had to come out at some time. So I'm like, okay. So then he's like, license registration, or he'll say license. So at that time, I just give it to him because, again, I was under the impression growing up in the hood that if a police officer asks for your identification, you're supposed to give it to him. You know, in my mind, this is lawful. Didn't know that you didn't have to. So anyway, officer, I'm speaking today. If you were not going to pull me over, and if you were indeed just pulling out because you got to pull out sometime, and I pulled over because I thought you was going to pull me over, and you weren't, just go. Why you need my license then? But this is the things that they do. He was arguing for a soul. Again, I was watching these videos anyway, right? So Rasta Man, Corey, who else? Pure Black. I was watching these videos anyway. So sometimes I'll be like, you know what? Because before these videos, I was watching some street ball 1-on-1. So I was like, I wonder, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like a reaction video I'm doing anyway while I'm watching these videos. So I said, I wonder if people was interested in what I'm just watching. You know what I mean? When I wake up and I watch my videos, I was just interested if people are also interested in things I watch, and if they're interested in reaction videos. Because again, I'm going to watch them anyway. So I say, you know, I'm just curious if people are interested in these type of videos. You never know unless we start to, share things and chop it up. So that's why I'm showing this video, because I was watching these videos next. So
All right, now here's your license back, man. All right. Have a good night.
See, nothing. Just
This guy is friends with another channel that I am friends with. I can't.
out there. All right. So anyway, so if you didn't see this video right here, this is me. This is what happens when. So this is my journalism right here. This is early morning in Newark on a regular basis. That's probably a stolen car. Look, the light's on. Car seat right there. It's like they try to ride on the sidewalk. Look at this. Airbag deployed. Look at this. Look at this. The lights. Oh, the lights had just cut off. Newark, New Jersey. This is what happens on a regular basis. Now, I didn't want to get out the car because I ain't with a detective trying to associate me with that car. You dig? But if there was people already out looking at it, I would have got out and like did further, investigation, got more footage on everything. You dig? But nah, I'm getting up out of there. That's crazy. But as I was saying, every time I go to Newark, New Jersey, and I look at this. This is what happened. I go to Newark, New Jersey. I was telling Double X, there's always an accident, at least one. That's early in the day. Who knows, 7 o'clock, whatever. If I just kept riding around, you'd have seen another one, maybe 11 o'clock. And another one, 1 o'clock. I mean, it goes on and on and on all throughout the day. Just reckless, senseless accidents. Sometimes you're by yourself. Sometimes it's two cars. But believe I avoid. Look, listen. I know how it is out there. So when I'm out there, I stop. I yield through green lights. Almost some thug ass bum Negro almost hit me. I had the green light and I'm riding through. Some bum dude I seen him pulling up fast through the intersection. He ran it. I stopped. Still almost hit him. This thug killer, self-hateful ninja started to drive slowly, like he had the green light, and grilled the hell out of me. Like, what's up? Like you got a problem with me doing this? Say something. I mean, look, he looked like Gilly the Kid. He was riding by with that death look like, what's up? Say one thing. I'll light your car up. As he slowly drove past me. Almost like a movie, like Mr. Society. I'm looking like Boys in the Hood. I'm looking like, yeah, look at this. Got lean in the system, mollies, and all type of stuff. Like my man really wanted me to say something so he could justify killing me. You dig? But anyway, as I was saying, I know how to ride through that a little bit. Not saying I won't ever be a victim of these non-driving fools, but I yield through green lights. Again, had I not that day, he would have definitely, I would have hit him, he would have hit me. Guaranteeing. He was flying. So he'd have really totaled my car. Stop signs, it don't matter if you got the right of way or don't have the right of way, you stop. Okay, you stop. That's just the way it is. You always, at all intersections, you're always looking. You're supposed to always be looking for cars because they drive reckless. It doesn't, and they got a heavy police presence in Newark. That doesn't matter. Because I think there's a law or a rule, some policy, some ordinance that they're not allowed to chase cars out there. So people do stuff in front of cops on purpose, and they know the cop ain't gonna chase them. Like if it ain't some deadly, like heinous crime, that cop ain't gonna come out and chase nobody. He ain't gonna say nothing. So they do this. They drag race and all this type of stuff. But yeah, man, you really gotta be on the defensive when you're driving in Newark, New Jersey, or you'll find your car totaled. And everybody knows out there, when you get into a car accident, you are going to sit for hours before any ambulance or police officer come and do a report. You're going to sit. I've seen cars sit there for hours and drove somewhere, came back, still sitting there. Right? They talking to each other, no police presence at all. 6 hours later, you finally see a cop taking information. It's wild out there. So I see that to say this. So far, the only evidence we had, because you got that talking point, yeah, we need to leave, separate, and do our own thing. Man, the evidence is not looking good in our favor when we separate and have our own thing. When we have our own thing, in my experience, I just see communities like Newark, Detroit, Chicago. When we're left to our own devices, I see cities like that. Lawless cities. I'm telling you, in Newark, you ask somebody in Newark, it's common to just run the red light. Nobody's gonna give you a ticket, or the likeliness of a ticket is very unlikely. I'm telling you, it's very lawless out there. Anyway, let me go to the next video.
Follow laws? You guys don't have to follow the law?
We are following the law.
Why are you not signaling?
Signal all the time.
I just watched you turn off of George Street and then on to.
Let me say that, I've been watching y'all videos, you and Sean. I've been dying, yo. Sean is a funny guy, yo. He got a good sense of humor, yo. And when he bang, he goes all the way in. Very, very funny. Yeah, word, Corey.
Parliament not signaling on camera. Why?
And look, I don't know if y'all know the story. I know Corey and probably don't know the story, but I didn't know. I thought certain public places they can actually leave without any reason, and you got to leave. So I was in the library doing my tutoring, and this I've been in this library for a year or more, and this white lady, I guess she just got tired of me. You know, I'm not a free tutor. I get paid, and I have a lot of kids in there. So I'm in there from sometimes when it opens. That's on a Sunday. I'm in there getting paid for when it opens to it closes. And some white folks got a problem with that. So this one white lady was giving me problems, and her tolerance for me just grew and grew and grew until one day she just see me walk in there and she's like, no, you gotta leave. Like just like that, you gotta leave. So I'm confused, like why? No, you just gotta leave. So she tried to say that the tables were reserved. Now this is the public library. Now this is the same lady who told me that I couldn't have certain tables because you can't reserve them. So basically, because what I would do, sometimes I'd come down there and I would set up my shop on tables like every other tutor. But because I got more kids, I will set up for more chairs. So she told me, you can't do that. If you want to just start doing that type of stuff, go reserve in the meeting room, right? Go online and reserve a spot in the meeting room, which I started to do. So one day I came down there with only one kid. I didn't have a bunch of chairs or 3, 4, just one kid. She told me no, because there's no space. Now, I took a picture of this stuff. The library was totally empty. So I'm like, what? Nobody's here. Like, I just couldn't believe the racism coming out of this Karen's mouth. So she's like, nah, it's reserved. I said, you just told me you can't reserve this this area. Oh, no, it's reserved. You got to go. So I went upstairs and I told the other Karens, like, what happened? And they all agreed with me, like, no. You can't reserve, space in a public library. They got rooms for that. And they also said that I don't have to leave. So, man, that Karen came upstairs, like they called her and said, basically, like, what are you doing? That Karen came upstairs and convinced all those other Karens to be on board. So there was a police officer there. So he came by the front desk and he heard like what was going on. He said absolutely nothing. So I'm thinking like they're right. Like I guess they got the right to ask me to leave for no reason. So I left. So 2, 3 years later, I'm watching these videos. I'm like, oh, for one, they told me I couldn't take a picture of the allegation that the library downstairs was packed. So I wanted to take a picture. I showed the police officer, it's not packed. They looked at it and like paid no mind to it. And, so anyway, so now I'm watching these videos 3 years later. I'm like, not only could they not ask me to leave because I ain't doing anything wrong, but I had right to record. And not only that, they violated my constitutional rights to even be there. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm going back there with a camera on deck. And if that Karen act a fool, I'm probably going to have a large civil suit against that city. I'm not going to tell you what city it is because I don't want them to get a heads up and be on their best behavior. I want them to be on their worst racist behavior when I go back. So anyway, my point of saying all that is I learned a lot from watching these videos. I learned a lot about my constitutional rights. And I learned also when they're being violated, you can hold them responsible. I don't ride through Norton, but I take the part. I take the part with peace and notion. So anyway, so from watching these videos, I learned a lot about my constitutional rights. So now I know when I'm being violated I know what I can do and what I can't do, especially in regards to public or federal grant owned buildings, which is police departments, court buildings, and libraries. So yeah, if she didn't pass away through COVID-19, because she was an old MAGA woman, so I can imagine she's against the vaccine, she on with face mask, she should go out there and do her thing. So if she ain't dead already, when I go back, she's definitely gonna turn up. And this time I'm gonna have that camera blazing, right? On straight up record. And she's gonna show out. She goes to 0 to 100 quick. So I definitely anticipate this video going viral, million views, because she's gonna go crazy. And I'm gonna challenge her authority of asking me to leave for no reason and all that type of stuff. So it's gonna be a violation of rights, all that type of stuff. So it's gonna be good content and a good learning lesson for Karens across the world. Anyway, let's proceed.
So you're not paying attention to the road as
No, my passenger is filming. Thank you. Why are you guys? Why though? Do you guys want to answer that?
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the San Joaquin News Network channel. Today's your host, Nate Skates 182. So do be sure to go subscribe.
Skip to
Name and badge numbers.
Can I help you guys?
Yeah, name and badge number. You guys are pulling all over the city without signaling. What's going on? I have you guys on camera doing that. You guys think that you guys don't have to follow laws?
That's like
You guys don't have to follow the law?
we are following the
Why are you not signaling?
signal all the time. What do you
I just watched you turn off of George Street and then on to Parliament, not signaling on camera. Why?
So you're not paying attention to the road as
No, my passenger is filming. Thank you.
Can you guys kind of notice how this officer almost starts to blame shift over to the photographer? This is a perfect example of how cops do not like to be held accountable for their actions. It doesn't matter what you caught them in the act of doing. They will do whatever they can to incriminate you, bully you, intimidate you.
Why are you guys? Why though? Do you guys want to answer that? Do you want to answer?
well, we're turning. So
Name and badge numbers, please. What are you? 5109. What's your name and badge numbers? Who's your supervisor on tonight? Who's your supervisor? Thank you, sir. Matla. What's your badge number? Is that what you tell the judge?
I'm not sure, dude.
Brother, I'm asking you what is your name and badge number? Your policy is to identify.
I just identified myself.
No, you did not.
MATTIA.
Thank you, sir.
1191.
Thank you for being professional. What's your name, sir? You guys have a good night. Stop following people with no signals. Yeah, have a good one.
now, in my opinion, okay, this is my opinion. For those who want to bang on the beast, right? For those who believe the government is in some one world conspiracy plot to oppress black folks and depopulate black folks, why don't they do this work? Like, they out there with cameras and they claim they bang on the beast and all this craziness. I think this is the real work right here, where you're actually going and holding police officers accountable. Like, in my opinion, I think this, I would consider this the real work, because you're restoring order. You're out here checking law enforcers, pointing out where they're wrong, pointing out where they're being oppressive. You're not just saying they're oppressive in your own little comfortable space. You're actually showing that they're oppressing it, and you're proving it, like what the man did right there. And we got to stop with the whole, oh, nah, they'll shoot you. Stop. Go out there and, well, you're banging on the beast anyway, right? So if you're banging on the beast, then you'll get shot there. So I look at this. This is, again, my personal opinion. I look at this as doing some work. This is actually banging on the beast. You're confronting them, you're holding them accountable, and you're educating the masses through all that. I don't call banging on the beast, you just yelling on the street corner, quoting Bible scriptures and things like that. So again, that's the way I take it.
Hey guys, please take a second.
We fast forward that.
So you used the bathroom already, right?
Yeah.
Are you getting a call?
I think most of the black community, and at least half of America, will agree that police officers act as tyrants. A lot of cases, like, they're very excessive. They're OD. Any contact they make with you is going to be OD, right?
Since when do they give out vaccines?
Are you guys buying fare car passes?
I just used the bathroom and I came out and they was yelling at this guy, so I figured I'd record it.
So you used the bathroom already, right?
Yeah.
Are you getting a cola shot?
No.
Okay, you have to wait for your bus outside.
Is that right?
That's right, sir.
Is there a sign that says that? Huh? What's that?
The building's closed because of COVID.
Oh, does it say? Is there a sign out there that says that though? Because I didn't read no sign that said that. I didn't see it. I didn't see a sign that said.
Again, I call this banging. Like, you're confronting the beast directly. You're not the beast with the gun. The beast with the beast who is the law enforcer. I consider this a little more braver than somebody yelling in the street corner by themselves.
So how am I supposed to know?
It's on the door right there.
You need to back up and give me 6 feet, dude.
You back up off me.
You walked up on me. Back up off me, dude.
Are you trespassing us under threat of arrest?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
This cop is threatening arrest and pulls out his cuffs for maximum intimidation.
Yeah. Nice. Cool.
Under threat of arrest.
And what's your name and badge number, buddy?
I'm 32 Hearns.
32 Hearns. Cool. Can I get your badge? And name? What's it?
92.
92 in Washington. Cool, man. What's yours, buddy?
44.
44. Grant. Who's this guy? What's your badge number?
What's your badge number?
Spanky Pants.
Spanky Pants?
Spanky Pants. That's my badge number. Cool. All right, y'all have a great day, man.
All right. There we go.
Shit, we're going to arrest you if you don't leave. I had to pee.
He's getting his handcuffs.
Yeah, he got his hand. He took his handcuffs out.
You're going to lose your qualified. Did you swear an oath to uphold? Did you swear an oath to uphold them the policies in there?
No.
No, the hell you did not. You swear an oath to
Are you
uphold my
catching the
First
bus, sir?
Amendment. I don't have to.
Okay.
I don't answer questions.
Why are you talking to me? Why are you pointing a finger at me?
I'm telling you, you're losing your qualified immunity.
Okay, fine. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
that's fine. That's fine.
I appreciate
Okay.
it.
Dismissed.
All right.
Nusha, peace. I like this.
We'll do some reporting out here doing your thing. I mean, that's fine. You guys can be here. It's just the building itself, they only have it open just for the bathroom and doing the shots and stuff.
Gotcha.
That's a Detroit Department of Transportation. That's an admin decision they made. That applies to everybody.
Right,
it's not
right.
just you guys, it's every single person.
Gotcha.
So if you guys want to be out here and film, that's fine. The only thing I do ask is that you don't like stand in the bays and block the buses, because obviously can't block traffic and stuff. Out here, that's fine, but inside the building, I mean, they even when like the news comes down, they got to get permission from DDOT to like film inside and stuff like that. So like I said, it applies to everybody. But yeah, like I said, the way the building is, that's DDOT's admin. They made that decision a while ago, basically when this whole thing first started out. So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, if you guys want to stand in here, that's fine.
Cool, man.
All right, so I guess he's the lieutenant sergeant or higher commander, so he kind of de-escalated the situation. But you see a lot of these police officers, they escalate situations. They get hostile, aggressive. And again, it's because they're not used to, American citizens challenging their unlawful actions. So of course, they're human beings behind the badge, so they're going to get emotional and they're going to power trip. And this is what normally happens when you challenge a police officer's authority on something that's where they have no real authority. Okay, so let me go here.
Hey, is everyone all right? Excuse me. Look, guys. Have I? And you guys are willing to arrest us because of what they say? You're a training officer, and this is how you're training your officers?
Nah, I'm gonna do another one. I'm not gonna do that one.
But I don't have to. But I don't have to if I don't commit a crime. Just because you don't want me here and you don't want me here does not mean y'all could create something to get me to leave because y'all don't like what I'm doing. That's not how it works. If you don't have a problem with me, then go back inside.
You got your information that you can't.
No one's talking to you. Shut up, man. I'm talking to your supervisor, man.
They don't give a fuck about us.
So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Nothing. I'm just standing here like you are.
See, but I can though.
Oh, I can too.
But you're not on the job though?
Yeah.
So this is part of your job?
Yeah.
And what is this exactly you're doing?
I try to hold that still, okay?
I am. Don't worry about it.
You're sitting here shaking.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about my hand shaking.
Well, I mean, if you're going to take quality videos, you need to try to take.
It doesn't matter.
Videos.
I'm right in front of you. As long as they can hear what you're saying,
Yeah,
to the ignorance you're talking about, it don't matter. If it's going like this, up and down, they can still hear you.
I just think your viewers would want higher quality.
It doesn't. They don't care. They care about what you're talking about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because there has to be a point where y'all stop creating crimes because y'all don't like what people say to y'all. You feel me?
I don't care what you say to me.
Obviously not. You said right now that I'm cussing and that I'm being loud.
Well, you were.
So how does that? So my language, cussing, which is
Yeah, that cop is bored.
If you don't have a problem with me, then go back inside.
You got your information that you can't.
No one's talking to you. Shut up, man. I'm talking to your supervisor, man. So if this isn't a problem with what I just did, then why are you sitting here telling me these people are going to trespass me?
No, because you were causing a disturbance inside.
How?
Raising your voice.
It's all on tape, dude. But so there's a decimal level on my voice.
Oh, I can tell when something's loud.
No. That's not what I asked you. See, what you think and what you feel is not law.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So for you to say my voice got loud, and I've been talking the same way since I got here.
Okay.
This is how I talk.
Word.
And for you to say, oh, I don't like it, that's your fucking fault.
No.
Then quit and get another job so you don't have to put up with how people talk to you when they're upset about police officers running them the fuck over.
You say one of those officers ran you over.
Yeah.
Which one?
The fucking bald-headed one. Young.
Well, Young's not bald-headed.
Well, whoever the fuck he is. I just showed you the video, bro. After I just showed you this, right?
So it's crazy because some states, I think Utah, yeah, and it's alleged that it's Mormon influence, but some states you really can't curse like that. And like the residents say that it's because of the Mormons' influence. They claim they got the cops in their pockets. Yeah, but I've seen some of these videos where people were cussing in Utah, and they told them that's actually a violation of some ordinance, and they could cite them, and they backed up. So it's funny how different states got different tolerances in profanity. It's funny.
I'm telling you, it happened right here. They got me trespassed from this place. They went inside and did what y'all did. They went inside the QT and told the guy to trespass me. And then he came outside and said, you have to leave. Just like y'all trying to do. Right? And when I went across the street, the same sergeant.
All right, let me go ahead and get rid of that. No. I skipped. Let's go here.
Just so you have the course.
Well, I mean, do I have to tell you?
No, I'm just telling you out to make sure you're in the right
Oh,
place.
no, that's okay. We'll figure it out.
All right. Hey guys, can I have you guys wear masks while you're in the building?
Is there a law stating I have to?
No, but the rule in this courthouse says that you need to be wearing a mask.
Okay, so that's a rule, though. It's not a law, right?
You need to be wearing a mask in this courthouse, or I have to kick you out. Sorry.
Okay, well, you can't trespass from public property unless I commit a crime. So if that's not a crime, then you can't trespass me.
Look, I can get my superior up here and explain it.
I suggest you do that.
Gonna have you guys come around here, right?
No, thank you.
Yeah, so sometimes it's important that you see how the cop was like, okay, I need you to come around here. See, now that was actually a request, but they would say it in a commanding way where it's a lawful command, right? So then you'll go follow behind them. So a lot of times you probably got to really ask for clarity from the police officers, from the law enforcement. Listen, are you lawfully telling me I got to follow behind you, or is that a request? Because like you said, if it's a request, I decline. I don't want to do it. But a lot of times police officers will request things, but position it or propose it as a law. So you really got to just, if you're unsure, just ask the law enforcement. Just say, are you lawfully telling me to follow behind you, or are you just asking me? And some of them will be honest and say, I'm just asking. You say, okay, now I'm good. I'm gonna stay right here. And that goes for like crime scenes. If you're like, behind a yellow tape, or if there's no yellow tape, same thing. Like they just can't say, hey, go over there, unless there's a barrier, like a police barrier that's obvious. But If there's nothing there, like, so most times it just be request. And definitely they tell you to be quiet. That's definitely request. Like, nah, I'm gonna keep going.
How do we get down to the courtrooms?
Sorry?
These courtrooms down here? Can we go in that way?
Courtrooms are downstairs, but
We can go in this
you
way?
have to talk to the bailiff in order to get into the actual rooms themselves.
Oh, okay. We don't need to go into the rooms. But that's accessible to the public right here, down this entrance?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You can wait just here for a moment, son.
Why?
See, now he just called his bluff about the whole mask thing.
Bailiff was talking about to the
About the rule?
court manager, and we're getting this whole mask thing sorted out, all right? So if you guys could just wait here, that'd be great.
Can I get your name?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Can I get your name, sir?
Sorry?
Can I get your name?
My name is Ian Affman.
Thank you. Your position here?
They hate answering questions. They hate that because they're always used to be in a position where they ask the questions. They hate answering questions.
Set protection officer.
So they be power tripping. And this is why videos like this and this sort of bang is necessary. It reminds them like, dude, you're just a law enforcer. In other words, if somebody's not breaking the law, you really have no power and authority.
So like people, is that like to keep people from stealing?
I protect all assets, including property and human lives here, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Isn't that what they're going to come down and try to do?
Yeah.
Give us legal advice?
Well, they're going to try to tell us that it's their policy that we have to wear a mask, but that's not a law. So policies are for the employees, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go downstairs, man. I went through screening. I don't have to follow their policy, so.
It's pretty dark down here.
Yeah, court, they're not having court today.
Can I help you?
Oh, no, we're just came in to just check this area out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thanks.
Alrighty. Are you guys here for any court business? Any
Yeah.
court cases or anything like that?
Yep.
Alright. We can get you checked in. Everything's being held via Zoom right now.
Okay.
But it is a court order to be wearing a mask, a judicial order. So unless you are...
So the issue here is this. You know, we have discussions on lives, we have debates, we have, you know, a lot of things, right? And it's fun, it's entertainment. Is it educational or is it something that you can actually really benefit from your life? Most cases, probably not, most of our discussions. So when we have political discussions, like those be the discussions where people really need to glue their ear to the lives, right? When we talk about vaccines and updates that Sean and pseudo kills give, like those are discussions where people need to glue their ears to the live because these are things that directly impact your life every day. Okay. Now, we all complain about our rights being violated. We complain about police, you know, definitely police, and they're excessive, right? Force tactics and things like that. But when there are videos like this and we have discussions that talk about your rights, the community become disinterested. So it's like so again, we just become a complaint community where we just complain, like we just love complaining. We don't want any solutions. We don't want to be part of a solution. We just complain. When you hear DJ Focus, he complain about how white people are just dominating. And then we ask the brother for a solution. He has nothing. I can even respect if he just said, let's sell final calls. At least that's some type of action. He gives a non-actionary answer. The brother just says unity. He just says it like poof. And I said, brother, that's like Christians saying just pray. Like you're asking for something without any like sense of strategy. And then unifying under what? Because last I checked, you are a follower of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So you want us to unify under that principle, under those standards. You want to put your wants and beliefs from the final call up front. You want a separate state. You want the government to build an infrastructure for you and you just take over for 20, 25 years. You want to be funded. You want some type of reparation. These are the things that's in your package that you don't want to reveal to the public. You just want to say unity. So when people say unity, they really have their own agenda behind it, how we want to unify. They just conceal it and use certain words that we all can just relate to, and we get motivated, emotionally. No different than religious folks, on a regular basis, and politicians. They just say keywords that we just automatically assume that unity he's talking about is what's in my mind, but it's not. So when you press the brother for details, he gives you none, because he knows that once you start giving details, we're going to disunify with those thoughts, because it's going to be based on some Islamic structure.
For any court business, and since it's being held via Zoom, if you do not wear a mask, we have to ask you to leave.
You have to ask us to leave? I mean, you can ask us to leave if you want, but we don't have to leave.
It is a judicial order to wear a mask in the building.
So we can be arrested?
So,
can we be arrested? It was a question.
I can offer you the judicial order, because this is...
No, I'm asking a very specific question. It's yes or no. Are we going to be arrested if we don't wear a mask?
Sorry. I'll return to you guys.
Okay, so, you're gonna go find out? Can I get your name, sir? Sir.
I hate that question.
Oh, you're just gonna walk away from us? Sir, you work for the public, sir. I'm asking you a question. I'm politely asking your name and you're just walking away from me? Look at this guy.
So now, if black folks get the short end of the stick, right, which we, again, the complaining race, the complaining nation, and this is going on amongst white folks, like, of course, it's going to be 400 or 500 times worse with us.
Disrespect, man. We pay his salary and he just completely ignores me and walks away.
Pardon me?
Sir, can you identify yourself now? If you're giving me lawful orders, sir, you have to identify yourself as some type of authority that I have to listen to, right? I mean, you haven't identified yourself. You haven't identified yourself as any type of authority. I don't know your position. You're just a man with a costume. That's it.
Man with a costume. Like, so unprofessional.
So this guy wants to give unlawful orders and then won't even identify himself. At least the other guy was nice enough to identify himself. He works for the public. So you're paid with tax dollars, right? Did you know that?
The public is not allowed down here right now because we are checking people in.
Sir, identify yourself. You're giving me more orders. I need to know your name. I need to know your name. Where do I get a complaint form?
We are checking people in down here.
Where do I get a complaint form, sir? To file a complaint on you for refusing to identify.
Follow me upstairs.
Straight clown.
Too, though, that, obviously we don't have to wear masks in here. It's not a law. So nothing was done to us from not wearing a mask. That other gentleman was pretty unprofessional. He tried to act like he was...
Like, they propose company policies as though they're law. And a lot of times, company policies cannot be enforced by law enforcers. Their name or their title is law enforcer. So they enforce law. Like, they're not really, from what I'm gathering, is supposed to be enforcing store policy. So again, this is some great information that helps us out. Like, it only can help us out, because there are some times where these camera guys be wrong. You dig? And that's a learning lesson for them and us. So why not get a heads up, bird's eye view of what's the correct way to go about it, what's the wrong way to go about it. So you're not learning on the spot. You're not winging it.
But down there, he wouldn't answer yes or no questions, and he refused to identify. So we are going to be filing a complaint against him.
Let's move on.
If you think the sheriffs are going to scare me away, you're funny. Suspicion is not a crime.
You can't.
Suspicion is not a crime.
When you're out in front of
Suspicion is not a crime.
All right. That's another thing that's important to highlight. Again, Black folks have more police encounters than anybody in this country, especially negative ones. But when there's a live stream where there's a discussion, dialogue, debate about how to conduct yourself amongst police officers, we're a no-show. And then we complain when a police officer unloads the clip in you, or your loved one or somebody on the news. We complain. It's like, yo, that could have been avoided. And the question is, do we want these heinous crimes from police officers? Do we want them to be unavoidable, or do we want them to be avoidable? Right? Because it seems like we don't want them to be avoidable. We want them to be unavoidable, where we just continue getting shot down. It's like, yo, there's a way to conduct yourself where the chances of you getting shot is less likely. And we all know that there's actions and responses that you can do that can increase your chances of getting shot. Because I don't recall these scenarios where a police officer pull you over and pull out his gun and start blasting, right? For no reason, whether it's justified or not. They actually look for reasons to start blasting. That's my point. They look for reasons. So if you give them a reason and you're not unaware that that's actually a reason, you're dead. So whether the cop is jailed or sued, whatever, you're dead. You're not coming back. So we're trying to get people to avoid that type of death sentence. So when a cop stops you and so-called detains you, and they ask, and their reason is of suspicion, that's not enough to retrieve your ID. So first thing you gotta do is look up your state laws and see if you live in a stop and identify state. If you don't, then they need probable cause to ask for your ID. And that probable cause is they got to suspect you of committing a crime, and they got to articulate that crime they suspect you of committing or about to commit. And that's the only way they can get some ID from you. But if they just stop you from suspicion, at that point, that cop is investigating because he's suspicious of you. So he's supposed to investigate to see if you are indeed tied to anything unlawful. During that investigation, you don't have the right to help him out. You don't got to answer any questions. You don't got to give him ID. Do your investigation and let me know if you tie me to something unlawful, right? But while you're doing that investigation, I won't help you out. I won't comply. I don't answer questions, and you're not getting my ID. So do your investigation. Let me know what you come back with. That's how you really deal with that.
Well, I was actually going to leave as usual, right when I make up my decision to leave. I'm telling you guys, if I don't get a reaction within 10 minutes, I get the hell out of there.
Side note and sidebar, yo, I got these black phones. I will never in my life buy a black cell phone case, a black phone, anything black dealing with a phone. Okay, I'm Bernie Mac when it comes to phones now. I don't want black nothing. You put these phones down, you can't find them for nothing. They blend in everywhere you put them. I promise you, I'm going to Party City today. I should go right now. Matter of fact, when I stop this live, I'm going to Party City. I'm gonna see if they got glow-in-the-dark stickers. I'm gonna put them all over my goddamn phone, or sparkling something, sparkles. I'm tired of putting my phone down in the car, and in the house, in the couch, and the covers. I can't find these phones for nothing. And then you know how it is when you grab your jacket, or if you're in bed, you grab your blanket, whatever, and you go to pull it out, the phone is gonna fly somewhere and potentially crack or break. Yeah, I'm tired of all black phones. I will never do this again. Can never find these damn things.
What's that?
Yeah, pure black. So some of them, most of them are definitely anti-vaxxers. I don't know for every last one of them, but you could tell when they start to do the mask thing, they definitely have a problem with the vaccination mandates and those policies. Yes. So I can assume, I come to the same assumption that they're anti-vaxxers. Okay. So, but what I'm also seeing is that they have something in common with the black community. They believe that police officers are acting as tyrants, and they are reckless, they're excessive, and they will violate your rights. So I'm saying black folks need to build alliances when they can, especially when somebody has a common cause with us. Our problem is we stay in our shell, and we only are willing to, well, we ain't willing to do shit because we're not even unified. But the few of us that will actually be brave enough to like organize, we will only organize with people who are going through the exact everything same as us, which is nobody. So therefore, we have no alliances. You dig? In this conscious community. Okay, so other organizations, other communities, they're going to have similar interests. They're going to have similar things that they go through, that we go through, and we need to build alliances with them for that one thing. We ain't got to agree with everything else, but that one thing. So if the LGBT community is complaining about discrimination and all that type of stuff, we need to be over there pitching the same thing. So discrimination is eliminated completely. That's what we goal. If we believe the immigrants or something happening to them, and we believe it's happening to us, we're supposed to go eliminate that. Because we're not doing it, but they're doing it to us. So the things that we complain about, they complain about, they're joining our movements and they're throwing their name in the hat, saying, yeah, include us. So we do a horrible job, and I'm saying of the conscious community, we do a horrible job of building alliances with people that have similar interests, similar causes with us. We just say, hey, they're alt-right, white ring, they're LGBTQ, they're feminist movement. We don't want nothing to do with them. Okay, stay on the bottom. You don't want to throw your name in that hat? Stay on the bottom. Hey.
The cops? No, I don't care. I'm not doing anything illegal. Why would on me? We are past that. You called the sheriff on me. You called the sheriff and told me to get out of here.
Now, I'm not begging on anything black. I'm begging on bullshit that's black. All right, the phone, that's something separate. Like that, as anybody with a black phone already know. I got two phones. I got a personal phone and a business phone. They're both black. And if you operate two phones, because some of y'all got two phones for no reason, right? You don't even operate two. I literally operate two, right? So right now, Monday, the weekdays, this when clients call me, they either calling out or and this is the payment day. So a lot of them are making payments. So yeah, I need to use my phone more than I would normally use my business phone any day during the month. Okay. And so that's just what it is. They're both black, and when you have two phones you actually handle and operate, you're gonna put them in different places. Because I don't have a holster, I don't have a phone clip. I don't like them. I always break, don't want them. They're uncomfortable. So I put my phones down. You know, I'm active, and then I look around. My whole house is black. Black chairs, black TV, black everything black here. So when I put the phone down, it blends in with everything. Can't find it. You dig? But as far as police brutality, that happens to black folks. I'm proposing actions to be taken, not the lack of actions. I'm saying that the conscious community do not propose actions. They sit there and what they call banging is not really banging. Nothing is getting done. Nobody's learning. No action has been won. And there's no gain. There's no progress, nothing. I'm saying this in this form where you're confronting the so-called beast directly, stuff is getting done because you're not only educating the people, you're actually putting it in practice. You're saying, look, see, I called this bluff. I ain't got to wear masks, whether you agree with masks or not. The point is they're enforcing policies as though they're law. So it could start with a mask policy that most of us agree with. But what if they say you can't wear a hat? See, it starts with one thing, and then if that blows over, then it goes to something else that might affect you. They might say, okay, if you're Islamic, you got to take your kufi off. You know, so it can start like something harmless, then it can get crazy if it's not checked. And that's all they've done. They checking things that need to be checked. Listen, we understand you got a policy. A policy is like a request. Yeah, wear a mask. So those who are with the mask, with the signs, we're going to do that. Those who are not, they're not. Just that simple. Peace, Tamika. Right, but we definitely got to build an alliance with those who are facing similar things as ourselves. If we believe that we are being targeted by reckless tyrant police officers, then we need to align ourselves up with people who feel the same way. We don't care about their political views. We don't care about their religious views. We don't care about their sex or gender. We're supposed to just say, yo, you're going through something. I'm going through something. let's build a large cause. Let's get recognition here. Let's get the media over here. That's what Margaret Sanger did. That, you know, when you're trying to push a cause, you want everybody behind it. You don't care if they're black allergists, if they're white allergists. You just try to push this cause through. And then after that cause gets pushed through, then you can, you know, separate the wheat from the tare, things like that. But the cause, you want the cause to get recognition. This is why the civil rights movement was so successful. It started to get recognition throughout the nation, throughout the world. They didn't just make it a black thing. They invited the Jewish community. They invited the white community. They invited the Hispanic, you know, everybody to join this cause. And it got worldwide recognition. Things got done. Like, we make things like we really believe that the mothership is going to come down with their 1,500 baby bomber jets and blow up this damn country for us. We really believe that unity is just going to happen like that and things get done. That's not how things happen. You got to go out there and build any alliance you can build to get your cause recognized and addressed. But again, we got these pseudo allergies where we just believe we can just do it. We're just so dominant, so smart, melanin and things like that, but we need nobody, and things is going to change because we say so, because it's justice or else. We're going to march on Washington, D.C. and make a bold claim and say justice or else we're going to do something about it. And then they call you bluff and nothing's get done. Like, come on. It's time. Again, everybody know I'm involved with chess. Okay, a lot of y'all use chess analogies horribly incorrect. There are no 3-4 moves thinking ahead in chess. Chess is about proper planning, the 5 P's you were taught in high school or middle school or elementary. Proper preparation prevent poor performances. That's all chess is. You're preparing yourself for all different counters, for all different reactions. Okay, if I make this move, he's probably going to do that, so let me do this. And if I do this, he's probably going to do that, so let me do this. And if I do that, she's probably going to do this, let me do this. You're preparing yourself for counters. That's what Mayweather did in a boxing ring. If I throw this punch, if I throw this feint, he's probably going to do this, so I'm going to do that. He probably, so yeah, that's chess. So for us, we got to do the same thing in our community. We're playing chess. So even though I'm aligning myself up with this organization that believes nothing like me politically and religiously or any other morally, but I need to use this body count to get this cause noticed and addressed by the governor, by the mayor, by the president, whoever, Congress. We're going to use you to get this cause. As a matter of fact, we're going to act like your cause is just as important as ours. And we're going to put you on an equal playing field for this moment just to get this push past, and then see you later. That's how it's done.
Past that being cordial. And then he turned around and called you guys.
Okay.
So.
Are you on your way out then, or?
I'm going to be here as long as I need to be. Can I get your name and badge, please?
Sure.
Name and badge, though?
My name's right here.
I don't know how. Oh, your name's right here. Hi, officer, right here.
Pictures. How you doing, brother?
Officer, right here.
You have any identification on you?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Okay. Well, we need to find out who you.
No.
Okay. Well,
Okay. So this is a lie that they would normally tell you. Again, this is an educational video, right? It's not a debate. This is how you deal with police officers who are acting as tyrants or trying to abuse their power or give you unlawful commands. All right. It's all this video is about. It's all this live stream is about. Is to educate you when you're dealing with law enforcement. That's all.
To find out who you
know.
Okay, well, we need to find out who you know.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, you absolutely don't. I'm on public property taking pictures.
Right.
So you have no right to know who I am.
If you're not committing a crime, you have no right to give a police officer your ID unless you are living in a stop and ID state, and you need to know that in advance. You don't want to embarrass yourself out there because it can get ugly. Okay. Now, if the nuance to this is that if a police officer makes an unlawful command at the threat of arrest, at that point you need to comply. And your position at that point is that I'll see you in court. You violated my constitutional rights after I educated you and those type of things. And you got something called qualified immunity that protects police officers from civil suits. All right. But after you educate a police officer that they're violating your constitutional rights, if they proceed, they're at risk of losing their qualified immunity, meaning that you could come directly at them in civil suits.
Suspicion is not a crime.
You can't.
Suspicion is not a crime.
You're out in front of
Suspicion is not a crime, sir.
Taking pictures?
Hey, you go talk to the two stripes over there. He didn't have a problem with it, so.
He's not done with you.
You should watch your mouth, okay?
Sir, I don't know who you are.
You don't need to know who I am. You don't need to know who I am.
I'm not
and you need to stop lying to me. Yeah, you are being rude because you're lying to me.
Well, just hang tight.
Nah. Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
I'm being detained?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
For what? What crime?
You are being
reasonable, articulate suspicion of what crime?
Sir, don't talk to me.
Of what crime? Of what crime? I know it all, sir. I know the laws.
So when police officers get upset and butthurt, they'll say you're being detained of a crime. And again, they're just trying to check your ignorance. Right, to see, they're bluffing you at all times. They want to see, like, what sticks. So now he's challenging, like, yeah, okay, well, articulate what crime is that? Because he's recording the camera, and most times police officers are recording. So whatever crime they stick you with, they got to stick to that when they cite you or arrest you. They got to stick to that crime, all right? Now they need probable cause to arrest you for that crime. See, so it gets a little crazy for the police officer. Once he names the crime that he suspects you of committing, he got to stick to that one.
So hang tight.
Well, I'm out, man. I'm tripping.
Sir, why am I being detained?
And if you keep walking away,
I'm going to the other officer, sir.
You don't need to walk towards him.
Sir,
to you.
Why am I being detained?
You're not being detained, so you're
free. Boom.
We'll go now.
You see that? I told you. That's checkmate. Look at his face. I'm messing. You're not being detained. You're free to go. I told you.
There you go.
You're detained.
Do I not know my laws or what? Yeah.
Okay, take care,
keep
sir.
it moving. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. How do you say your name, Mr. Right here?
Now, here's the thing that they'll do also. When they realize they have nothing on you, right, and they are going to let you go, they'll say you can go, something like that, or you're free to go. Okay? You can say this: if I'm free to go, I'm free to what? I'm free to stay, because you just investigated and you said I'm doing nothing illegal. So therefore, I can stay right here because you just said I'm doing nothing illegal.
Can you have him pronounce his name for me? Because I don't know how to pronounce that.
Out here, just
videotape and all that.
Could you, sir? Could you have him pronounce his name for me? Because I don't know how to pronounce that.
My name.
Sir, could you please have him?
Good to go.
Could you have him pronounce that for me?
Sir, it is whatever it is.
Sir, he told me his name was right here, and that's not how you spell right here.
However you would say his name.
Ed?
Do you have anything else you need from us?
Absolutely not. I need to point out these tyrants. That's exactly what I need to do.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, yourself. Him? I was very cordial with him, polite. You're a prick.
Yeah, I gotta run that back, Turbo. That was, he was like, you being detained. That was funny. Let me run that back, Turbo. That was hilarious. Look at this.
Okay, so hang tight.
Well, I'm out, man. I'm tripping.
Sir, why am I being detained?
And if you keep walking away,
I'm going to the other officer, sir.
You don't need to walk towards him.
Sir,
to you.
why am I being detained?
You're not being detained, so you're free.
Boom.
We'll go now.
There you go.
You're detained.
Do I not know my laws or what? Yeah.
Okay. He said you were detained. Like he got to get some type of victory. Well, you were detained earlier. Yeah, okay.
Okay, keep it moving. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. How do you say your name, Mr. Right here? Can you have him pronounce his name for me? Because I don't.
All right. Anyway, that was hilarious.
Thank you.
And with all of the people here,
and because of that reason, I cannot have a transparent conversation with his. I can't do this like this, sir. I value and appreciate Lhasa, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Is that the city?
Sir, I appreciate what you're doing. What is your name?
You can ask that. My name is Senate Devermont. Are you with?
Okay.
What's your name?
Thank you. I've already given you my name. Yes.
And do you work with the city?
Okay, sir.
So we are on a public street.
Yes.
Can you give me a business card?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Yeah.
And you won't answer any questions with me present when he's asking for me to be present?
I'm gonna give him what he asked for. And I said it was okay, right? Okay. I'm not.
What makes you make the decision?
I didn't make a decision for you. You made your decision.
Let me get out of there. So, in other words, look, I'm a researcher, I'm a journalist. So before I go out there and try this stuff, I want to see, I binge watch these videos. I like to see the good and the bad because not everything is good with these guys. Sometimes it ends up bad. So what I do is I take mental notes. I want to see what works and what doesn't work and what is the gray area. Because what I'm going to do is stay from what I'm going to stay from what doesn't work, and I'm probably going to stay away from the gray area, right? Because I don't want no problems. But what actually works, and I can see consistently working with no matter what state it is or what officer, that's what I'm rocking with. Because I ain't going to be the lab rat.
What's your name, badge number, please?
Please identify yourself to us, ma'am.
Can I get your name, badge number?
Well, I guess, do we have to walk over and get it?
Ma'am, can I get your name, badge number? We're free, ma'am. Do you know freedom?
And yesterday, I decided not to make my spaghetti. I decided to go ahead and order some pizza. You dig? And it's kind of y'all fault because y'all sent some donations. I had some pizza money. I said, all right, let me get some pizza. These donations. Let me celebrate. Right? I got some donation money. Man, that was the worst pizza I ate in my. This is included in all pizzas. That means from a bowling alley, from a supermarket. That was the worst pizza I ever tasted in my life. And I spent $13 on that bad boy. And guess what? Because I'm resourceful, I still ate almost all of it because I refused to spend the rest of my donation money on some more food. And I ain't feel like making spaghetti because my appetite was already ruined. So I said, I'll make spaghetti today. But yeah, last night when it got real late, I got real hungry. I started eating some of that pizza cold as hell. And then I went to bed on the live. You dig?
That badge doesn't give you a right to just come and tell people what they can and can't do, ma'am.
I missed that part.
There's 3 angles, so we're.
Is there a reason why you're taking a picture of me?
Because you came up to me.
Yeah, we don't understand what.
Do you guys know the law? Do you know that if we're in a public sidewalk?
Is she sheriff? I've never seen a sheriff's uniform.
Can I ask you a question? Ma'am?
Here we go.
She's young and she's going to learn a lesson today.
These ones I'm sharing with you guys, I never watched before, right? So for me, that's why it's called like a, what they call it, real-time reaction. So that's why I'm liking it. So any video I pull up that's already liked, that means I already watched it. And for me, it's not a natural, reaction. So I like to do live reactions. And so I don't know if the video is good, is it bad, first time. And everything won't be this. Sometimes, I'm going to do my little, like I said, I watched the one-on-one basketball thing earlier today. I should have did a live reaction on that. Again, I never seen it before. And that's made the light bulb hit me. I said, you know what? Maybe somebody else is interested in these one-on-ones, like the Watch or Sosa. And maybe, we could chop it up on what we're watching with the one-on-ones. So next time I'll do that.
The Constitution. Hey, ma'am, how are you? We're just taking some shots for a little story we're doing, that's all. Just take some pictures. What story are you doing? I can't say because it's not published yet, so we don't know yet, yeah. But we're just taking some shots, that's all.
Okay. What website are you gonna publish on?
Oh, that's all I'm gonna say, yeah, until we know, until we finish the story, yeah. So it'll probably be a couple weeks before we finish it.
All right.
So, but maybe you could tell her she.
So the statement is usually, I'm an independent journalist, just gathering content. Like when they try to get information from you, waiting on the story, I'm gonna publish it. They're gonna ask you with all that information. Listen, I can't disclose that to you because therefore I'm jeopardizing my story. You could take it and run with it. So can't do it until it's published. So that's usually the talking points for some of them. Some of them don't even say that much.
Someone's told us that we can't take pictures, and she's clearly wrong. This is a First Amendment protected activity, as long as we're on the public sidewalk. Plus, you have Fordyce versus Seattle. You have California Penal Code 148.G. But it's just, I think you guys need to, the education thing is because she came out and made a false statement saying that we can record. So Yeah, we just want to be left alone. So.
All right. Well.
You have a good day, okay?
Another thing, I am a non-believer in religion and God, but I'm gonna start teaching you guys that want to know the Bible, kind of like how Sanetta does. Because when I'm talking to some of you that hop on this panel that are religious and believe some portions of the Bible, it turns out you don't know much of what's going on. Definitely not in context. You don't know the point of a lot of things. So I think I'm gonna start teaching you guys the Bible the correct way, so we can have a real religious debate. Because it's no fun when you don't know what the Bible's actually saying. You don't know why it's saying certain things. That's not fun. Okay. I'm gonna charge you though. All you guys that love the Bible, I'm gonna charge you.
The activity and stuff. And a big band I would like to tell you guys that there are going to be there's going to be traffic.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. And if we were crossing, they have to stop for us, man. I know the pedestrian laws. We have the right of way. So yeah, that doesn't even fall into play because if they're coming, all
right. So if you came in new, so I'm gonna share this video. This is Newark, New Jersey. This is my journalism. I'm getting nice. Check this out.
Basis. That's probably a stolen car. Look, the light's on. Car seat right there. It's like they try to ride on the sidewalk. Look at this. Airbag deployed. Look at this. Look at this. The lights. Oh, the lights had just cut off.
So in other words, that just happened.
Newark, New Jersey. This is what happens on a regular basis. That's crazy.
All right, and who knows how long that car be sitting there? Because
look at this. This is what happened.
When I approached, the lights were on. So that means the person got out through the passenger side and hauled ass. Yeah, but what made you ride down a sidewalk?
crossing, they have to stop for me. So thank you though. No, we California law. Yeah,
it's supposed to come like a historian with the Bible. See, what happened was with the real. We ain't debating the real stuff in the Bible. We're debating the spooky stuff, Sosa. I am an expert on the spooky stuff in the Bible. I'm not an expert in the historicity and all those things, just the spooky stuff. I debate the spooky stuff only. That's the fun stuff.
We haven't committed a crime, so we're okay. What's your name, badge number? Stella. Badge number, please.
437.
So this one, as you can see, in most cases, ordinary officers do not know what's going on. This is why a lot of times, if you have a discrepancy with some of the things they're telling you, you should immediately ask for a lieutenant or a superior. Because when you watch these videos, you're going to see that, like the last one, the average numbskull has no idea what's going on. You're detained illegally. The superior come by, you're not detained, go. You can leave. So they constantly look stupid. So you don't want to find yourself arguing with a numbskull who does not really know what they're doing, and you end up getting shot, right? The person goes to jail, whatever, or maybe not, but you're dead. So in most cases, if you believe you are actually correct, or you think they could possibly be capping, you should ask for a superior, lieutenant, sergeant, and it's supposed to present one on request. But don't sit there and argue with a dumb officer that you know for a fact. If you know your stuff, if you know for a fact the officer is clueless, stop arguing with that person, because you end up getting shot, beat up, or illegally arrested when their superior could easily de-escalate the situation and have you in your way. And then you can educate the dumb officer in the process of the lieutenant listening to your grievances and everything else. That's what he's doing right now. So,
can you identify yourself now, ma'am? Since I've asked you about 8 times. 190. Thank you.
You see what happened? He made her identify herself in front of her superior, and that also happens too. That's why I don't talk to those reckless, nobody, low-ranking officers. You're gonna find yourself getting beat up, you dig, or illegally arrested. So that point was made. Next one. And then we're gonna get off in a little bit. I gotta get ready for my classes. You dig? I need the Zoom link for them.
Hey guys, please take a second.
So thanks for reminding me. That's another discussion we're gonna have fun with. We're gonna have fun with, did Jesus Christ really get resurrected according to the Bible? Okay, so I want Kachi there. I want Tiara there. You know, I want the Bible people there. So I might have Hassan with me on that argument. Did Jesus Christ indeed resurrect? Was he ever crucified? And was he resurrected? So all that whole process, did it happen? Was he actually crucified, meaning dead? And was he resurrected from the dead? Okay, that's going to be a fun one. So that's the next challenge we're going to do with these Hebrews and Christians. That's going to be funny.
Hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Today we're featuring Spaz TV Accountability. Please use the link in the description to check out his channel and give him the credit he deserves.
You all right, man?
How you doing? I'm okay. Wow, you okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so what's the problem?
If nothing, at nighttime, they love to shine a flashlight in your eyes on purpose. Like, it's just intimidation tactics and KKK nightmare. I don't know. It's a practice that they adopt that I'm sure is like slave rooted or, you know, Jim Crow rooted that they might even be unaware of. But this is what they do.
What's the problem?
Are you? What's going on?
There's nothing going on. I'm videoing the old substation you guys have.
Oh, okay.
What's your name and badge number?
Curious. Why do you need my name?
Why? Because
Yeah, that's a good one, Brendan, and we're gonna do that. All right, we're gonna definitely do that. We're gonna see if they're, you know, wait till you see their reaction when we read verses that they accepted, and they accepted being read a certain way, right, from a different interpretation, and then when we reread the verse and propose another interpretation. Wait till you see the reaction. It's going to be priceless. This is funny. It's going to be very funny.
When a citizen asks you for your name and badge number, you're supposed to identify yourself by your policy. Just, you know, I got a YouTube channel, and I film police and government officials, and just ask for your name and badge number, see how professional you are.
My name is Deputy Lee.
Uh-huh.
And I'm here working on paperwork.
That's cool. I didn't ask what you were doing. I asked you for your name and badge number. That's all.
And I told you my name is Deputy Lee.
What's your badge number?
I don't need to give you my badge number.
You don't need to. Oh, hold on. You don't need to give me your badge number? No. Why do you say that? How sure are you about that? Because I know I'm sure you need to give your badge number when a citizen asks you for your name and badge number.
Okay. Do you need help with anything?
If I needed help, I would ask.
Okay. All right.
So you're not going to give me your badge number? Nope. Why is that? Why is that? Can you answer me that? Is this the way you treat citizens? You're going to turn your back on me?
Any kind of way. Do you need help with anything?
Name and badge number, that's all.
You need help with anything?
I need help, yeah. You know what I need help in? I need help in you being professionals. This disconnect that we have between citizens and the law enforcement. We have a huge gap. I'm trying to close it. I expose the good and the bad cops.
Closing a gap by asking for my name and badge number. That's
well, I mean, it's a start.
Hey, I was trying to get DJ Focus on last night for his Joseph is the Father scriptures. So Sosa, that's all what I do. Right, because the captain holds that position, and the other, I can imagine all the other Hebrew Israelites hold that position. So all I was trying to do was gather. Y'all heard my evidence, right? Whether y'all want to try to poke holes, whatever, but that's my evidence. Stu Pease kept asking for, and Google Scholar kept asking for Akachi's evidence of why Joseph is the father in the scriptures, in the text. He couldn't do it. So he went to tell us how it needs to come through the seed of David, right? To fill the prophecy. And I mean, bro, that's your, that's a separate argument. And that's your problem. But right now, we need you to read in the text that Joseph is the father of Jesus. And he couldn't do that, which he admitted he didn't do a good job of explaining that to us. So that's what happened with that. So DJ Focus would do a worse job than Akachi because he's just going to yell and say, the seed of David, the seed of David. No problem. Show me the seed of Joseph. And that's what they're not going to be able to do, is show you that seed of Joseph. In his own genealogy, he had no kids. So that's why, to me, that was a mic drop. And I believe he took it like that. Then he read from, I was trying to tell you, so he's reading from verse 18. Verse 18 is a continuation of Luke chapter 1. I know Matthew's supposed to be first and those things like that, but that's just the way the stories go, because 18 don't give you fine details of what happened before the visit with Joseph and the angel. The angel spoke to Mary before Joseph, right? That's clear. So in that case, Luke definitely gave an account of things that happened. And 18 was just starting from the time Mary was coming back to Joseph after 3 months of absence when she was visiting Zachariah and Elizabeth. And the angel was just performing he was intervening and allowing 2 miraculous moments to exist between 2 good women, according to the Bible. And Google Scholar pointed out something very key. When Zacharias asked how, you're going to have sex with her. And we're going to make it so the sperm actually conceives, right? And when Mary asked, he didn't say nothing about no damn sex. He said, this guy right here, he going to take your hand. And his name is the Holy Spirit. He going to overshadow you. He going to lay you down and work and go to work. And what was her response? Her response was, okay, let it be done as you say. And then the angel said, good, because with God, there is nothing impossible. What is so impossible about telling a woman that your man is going to get you pregnant? What is so impossible about that? So the story just itself, the whole point of the story was telling you miraculous things, the same miracles happen with God. That's all. And these 2 miracles we're going to perform are unseen and definitely Mary's. So that's all. That's like a recap on that. But in my opinion, I don't know how you can read Luke 1 and don't get that. I don't know how you can seriously read Luke chapter 1 and don't get that. That was the message. Unless you have a doctrine set before you and you're told that Joseph is not the father, and you got to go to all these different Bible verses to prove that. And then a prophecy, and dude, let's just read the New Testament. Just when it talks about Jesus, read it. So we got Luke 1, we got Luke 3 that talk about the genealogy. It starts with Jesus, goes to God, and it's with prophets, right? And then we got Matthew's 1. I mean, like, that's the evidence. And in those 3 different chapters, we don't read Joseph as the father. But we definitely read as Zacharias as the father. Plain English.
And I don't understand why you won't give your batch number. Why? And you know, and I know.
And guess what? I don't got a problem with Luke trying to reconcile something that was a problem. He probably was. He did. But that, again, that's a religious person problem in the Bible. It's not my problem. Like, they got to deal with that. And if a contract want to call it a contradiction, then I guess that's what it is. Or if you want to call it, plagiarism, then that's what it is. That's not my charge. My charge is nowhere in these verses where it explicitly called Joseph the father of Jesus.
It's your policy. Okay, you're gonna make me go do a complaint on you? Huh? Is this how professional you are? I know what I can see. So you're not gonna give me one more chance?
Yeah, DJ Focus definitely said, now he's blaming me for his behavior. He's saying the reason why he's not coming back because I muted him. I'm like, okay, all right, let's go with that. If I'm the host, or let's just say, if I got the power to mute you and you don't have the power to mute me, shouldn't you respect that power? I'm muting you. I'm saying you're doing too much. Okay, so on no other panel where you're gonna go and be a guest, and if they mute you, you stay. Like, how do you unmute yourself? Like, that is the most disrespect. And he did it 40 times in a row because I muted him 40 times in a row. So I'm like, dude, like, yo, relax. You're being muted for a reason. But no, he's going to talk when he wants to talk. And he does all the talking. He has no discipline. He has no professionalism. He has no character, no integrity. He's just wild and reckless. And this is probably why he's not in the mosque. Okay? So that's just, and we all seen it. We all could get wild and crazy and no problem. But when you're always wild and crazy, that's a problem.
And you're not giving me a batch number? Your ego is that big, isn't it?
Just stay right here with my deputy down here.
Okay, thank you. She stopped me. I want her to know right now. Am I being detained?
Yeah, if she said you're detained, then you're detained.
She didn't say that. I'm asking her. So I'm detained for what crime?
Well, she said you committed a traffic violation.
Oh, she said I committed a traffic violation?
Well, that's what you said.
That's what she's saying.
Okay.
Because I didn't. Because I walked over here to park my bike.
Okay.
It's on camera.
How would I know?
Why? What do you mean, how do you know?
I just got here. How would I know?
Okay, well, I'm just explaining to you what happened. And I want to know if I'm being detained.
Okay, when she steps back out of the car, you can ask her.
Okay. I was about going upon my way to eat my breakfast at McDonald's.
I understand.
That's all.
Okay.
So, let's see what happens. I mean, she could state that I committed a crime. I'll show my ID. And a traffic infraction, I don't have to show my ID. I know my rights, man. I watch my videos every day. And I don't do this for attention and views and none of that. I do this to exercise my rights that we have that people are scared to use because they're scared of police. It shouldn't be that way. There's a huge gap between police and citizens nowadays. Huge. All I'm trying to do is trying to close that gap. You know? That's all.
I understand where
You
your
know?
point of view is coming from.
That's all. So, I don't know.
I understand that you
And
wanted to...
this stop right here, she stopped because I committed.
Okay, so now her ego, I fast forwarded. So apparently her ego was involved. Now she said he's detained, but she's not articulating for what crime. The traffic, whatever, traffic stop, whatever. Let's see what happens.
The traffic violation is a retaliation of me filming.
I understand that you said you wanted to come over here and exercise your First Amendment right. Okay.
I wanted to video the building. Even if she wasn't here, I still would have went and videoed the building. This is the old building. They moved to Coconut Point. I was explaining the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States states that I can film anything I can see in a public space.
Yeah, I understand.
There's no expectation of privacy in public. You know, so
You're correct.
I want the supervisor. I'm requesting the supervisor because she's not getting my ID. I haven't committed a crime. And the reason now she's saying I have a traffic violation is because...
Can't find my phone again.
Retaliation because I'm filming? We got two more on the scene now. How are you doing, sir?
I can't find it.
Are you the supervisor?
I am not a supervisor.
Okay, I want to speak to the supervisor. Name and badge number?
Weiss, 17086.
Thank you for being professional.
You got it.
This kid passed.
Walked it right here. She was leaving. She made a U-turn.
You're riding your bike?
Riding my bike over here.
Only over there? Do you know of any rules when you're riding a bike at night?
I don't answer questions. Those type of questions.
Okay, I'll just tell you then. At night, when you're riding a bike, you're required
Peace to the UK. So here they go with the bike rules.
to have a light. A red light in the back and a white light in the front.
I'm aware. Why didn't she stop me then?
I don't know, but I don't see any.
She didn't stop me then.
Do you have any lights? Oh, sorry, you don't want any questions. I don't see any lights in your bike.
Okay, so why didn't she stop me then when I was encountering with her there?
wasn't here,
Okay, so she decided to stop me when she was leaving, made a U-turn because I cussed her out.
I don't know.
Because I cussed her out.
You cussed her out?
Yeah, I cussed her out.
Oh. All right.
I don't do this. No, I have no ill will, no ill intent. The reason why I do this and the reason why I film, okay, is to, this is what I do. I exercise my rights. I'm sick of them getting violated in the past, okay? And I know my rights, okay? And
So let's see.
Any offense that would require her to know your name?
I'm not gonna answer questions. I told you I didn't commit offense. No.
Just a warning for your bike, okay? Make sure you get some lights.
One last chance. What's your badge number?
It's on the warning. There you go.
You still don't want to pronounce it.
It's on
God.
the warning.
See what I'm saying?
Okay, so that right there is a lesson. You see how I told you that there's good videos and there's bad videos, or there's good results and bad results. So if you're going to do that, you might want to make sure that you are complying with the law that applies to you. So on his bike, he violated apparently the back light, the red light, and the front light. Now I got a bike. I got a front light, back light. I knew that. So when you go and do these things, right, you're going to challenge law enforcement or any authority. You want to make sure you're straight. I remember one time I was with my boy. We were going, I don't know, somewhere to mall, bowling, somewhere. And I caught myself with a challenge authority. Now, this is way back in the day. This got nothing to do with these videos. I had no idea this existed. But I had just went to the inspection spot to get my car inspected. Now I already failed, and you know how to give you the paper, they give you like a 3 weeks or whatever to go ahead and get the things fixed. So when that time was coming, I went and got failed. Well, I didn't fix anything, so I went and got it. I know I get failed again, but in my mind, I'm thinking I'm covered for 3-4 more weeks. So in my simple mind, I thought if I keep going getting failed, they would keep giving me 3 to 6 weeks to fix this problem on my car, right? So, white cop pull me over. You know, I'm like, hey, what's up? License registration for what? License registration, man. For what? Your inspection sticker. That's for what? Oh, all right. I just failed yesterday, man. Look, here's the paper. I got 3 weeks, so leave it the hell alone. I'm talking all this blackology stuff. My man, that white cop was so calm. Like, he was older too, about maybe 55, looking like Clint Eastwood. My man was like, yo, read this right here. So I looked at it like, what? I looked at it. That thing ain't say nothing about no 3-4 weeks. It said, get it repaired now. Something like that. You are responsible for your repairs. So he was like, yeah. You didn't get repaired and you're on the road, so I'm writing you a ticket. Man, that ticket was like $100, like that inspection sticker was like $160. I felt so low, not just to the cop, but my boy. I'm trying to show out. I felt like I'm like, damn. Look at me. God, yo, you gonna help me pay for this ticket? But yeah, so you want to make sure if you're going to challenge authority, especially law enforcement, you want to make sure your stuff is legit. No warrants. You know what I mean? You sober, nothing illegal in the car. You want to make sure you are straight. So my man right here, that was a great, the admission test they got now. But back then, like they'll fail you for goofy stuff and the inspection spot, right? If your horn didn't work or you got tint, you'll get failed for those things. Now it's the admission test, but they're more lenient. But I'm talking back. I'm 44, so I'm telling you, I'm talking back when you ain't had enough air in your tire. You was gonna fail. Yeah, right. So the unit thing, I'm not even. I think a lot of times, Anisha, I think they be bored because in cities like Newark, you're not gonna see a bunch of units unless there's a gun involved or like a lot of drugs. Well, you get pulled up from a cop, you ain't get no 2, 3, 4 cops in Newark because they're so busy. They're so busy. Cops are getting called all the time. So yeah, when you're in a city where there's no like real action going on, they're bored, they're asleep, they're on the phone with their mistresses, their wives, whoever they're on the phone with. Their boys talking sports, they get bored, and the first sign of action that they could be involved in, they're gonna go. You dig? So just imagine you at your job, you work at a factory, and a machine is down that's important to run the job. So everybody's just sitting around. That's like the worst. You got downtime. That's like the worst thing to experience at a job is downtime. Oh my God. Now you got to just do goofy stuff to be busy. You over cleaning the same area over 3 times in a row. So when a manager say, hey, who wants to do this? Everybody can run over there because you just want to be busy. 8 hours, 12 hours, 10 hours, sitting there trying to look busy. Nah. So that's the police officers. Like they just trying to look busy. So the first call they get, they all coming down. All right. So so he got a ticket. So this didn't envelope this guy. So that's a learning lesson. Make sure your stuff is correct.
Is there a law that says we can't film in the building?
Yeah, it's a government. You guys loitering in the lobby area.
He said the Ninja Mind has limitations. I believe that. Listen, I'm with that Ninja Mind stuff. Because the Ninja Mind is better language. But I'm with that. Yeah, the Ninja Mind definitely has limitations, especially when they start to choose these belief sets, whether it's vaccines, whether it's religion. When they make a decision, and I call all decisions uninformed because they never heard the opposite side. You want to hear both sides. You want to hear, before you join Catholicism, you want to hear the problems that people have with Catholicism, the hypocrisy, all those negative things, so you can make a informed decision. A lot of us make uninformed decisions on a lot of things we partake in, which affect our lives. So the average person is not going to get a vaccine because they believe that some things, right, or not right. You're gonna have, but it's an uninformed decision. You're gonna have some people who challenge germ theory all the way because they believe you can't isolate the virus. Like that's uninformed decisions. As soon as Haskell said that, I googled it, and they had 2 cases where it was indeed isolated. And now Haskell says, nah, see the word isolate. Now we're doing this word gymnastics stuff, bro. You just said they can't do it. I made a quick Google search. That means Haskell, that means you could have done that. You could have made that same quick Google search and realized there's cases where they isolated, and then you could have read the report to see if the word is used the way you're using it. But this is what we do. Uninformed decisions. Go research yourself. So I don't got to pull it up and do ambush scholarship. So you can say, yo, listen, nobody's done this. And every time I, Haskell, pull something up that use the same verbiage that they're isolating something, they're actually not doing it, they're doing this. That's an informed, educated position to have. Okay, anyway.
While they're conducting business.
Is that policy hung in this hallway here? Or? Which we get an even better look of everything they're doing. Deputy, you should look up prior restraint before you block me. Yeah. Oh, you guys don't make that much money doing this. Right, guys, we're at a judicial center.
That's another thing. What they can do is the Freedom Act, they fill out a FOIA where they go and request the salaries, Mary, for all the employees. You know, that's you can do that. That's a freedom of public, whatever it is they call it. You can do that. So he went in there, he got all their salaries. I'm guessing, I've never seen this before. So I'm guessing he came with and you get their names, their addresses, all type of personal information. When you work for a government facility, you don't know that, but there's no privacy once you do that. A lot of your information is made public. So it's gonna be funny.
Oh, here's Sally Port, Sarasota, Florida.
In your mind.
Here with open government investigation.
Let me go ahead and get past all that. Let's get into the hot stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you here to do business?
I said yeah.
Okay, what are you here to do?
Do I have to let you know that, or can I just do what I do?
Well, we need to know where the signs you're trying to go.
That's okay. Under Florida Statute 119, it's protected. I don't have to disclose that at the moment.
Is there a law that says we can't film in the building?
Yes, it's a government building. Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
It's the sheriff's office.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's a public facility.
Can I get your name and ID for the record?
See, he doesn't want
There you go, sir.
to. Even though I'm sure it's his policy, but he wants us to follow a different policy. Name and ID? No?
Have a good day, gentlemen.
So you want to give us unlawful orders, but you don't want to identify? How about you, sir? You want to identify? Name and ID number?
My name is Deputy Catherine Cole.
Thank you. You got an ID number?
3228.
3228. Thank you for your professionalism.
And your name and ID number?
Deputy Serrano, 3443.
There we go. See, it takes one person to lead the rest. It's nice.
Yeah, suck it easy, man.
We went out the in-way. We just kind of had a small interaction here, and the guy told us we couldn't film in there, so we're gonna push back.
I need everything out of your pockets inside here. All your cameras, everything off your jackets inside here. We'll pass you through the metal detector. You'll go to the window, pick the phone up, whichever phone you need, if you need civil or records.
All right, cool.
No, you can hold on to your phone. Okay. Just put the cup above your head, walk through the door. Sir, just get out of the way of these customers, please. Thank you very much. Ma'am, put your hands above your head, walk through the door. And sir, you're with her? Just put everything aside, please. No belt on you? No. All right, go ahead, walk through the door. Your name, sir?
I didn't get it.
You did?
Coley. Records or civil? Right, you gotta. This guy says we can't record in here, and here we are. See, I felt like we had. And you got an ID number? 3042. So, just to kind of say something about the loitering and your policy. If we are conducting First Amendment protected activity here, you can't.
Not in the security checkpoint area. If you have an issue with that, you can go discuss it with the chief judge at the sheriff's office.
Is that policy hung in this hallway here? Or
correct.
Where's that?
Where's that policy at? It's written in the administrative order on the 12th Judicial Circuit website.
Okay, but I mean, like, is it posted for
Here for us to see.
So that way, like, you know, in
Only
case-
on the 6th floor in this building. You just can't loiter and impede the security checkpoint.
Okay.
All right.
So as long as we're not impeding, right?
Yes.
All right. And impeding is physically getting in the way of what you guys are doing. All right.
Was it 843 or whatever?
Yeah, it's 843.02, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank you. Thank you for informing these guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, let me ask you this. The UK people, right? I need to ask this. What we have over here is called the Bill of Rights, right? They give the citizens certain rights. Okay. What rights do you have in England that is given to you by your constitution or whatever, your body government? What is it called out there? I was having a discussion with somebody, and I want to know what rights you have out there. Let us know if your rights are similar to ours, which is the right to arm yourself, the right to speech, practice religion, freedom of press, right to remain silent, the right to your possessions are yours. They can't. The Fourth Amendment, they can't violate your. They can't do illegal seizures and searches. Like, what rights do you guys have, and what is it called? Ours are called the Bill of Rights. What is your rights called? Get out of there. Let me get to the hot.
Hey, guys.
There you go. Get to the hot and smoky part. I see. This is my best.
I'm doing well. How are you? Nope. Been on the easement the whole time.
On the easement?
Been standing right here on the side of the road.
On that side of the road?
Yep.
Out in front of the training center?
I was standing, yeah, I've been down all the way down the road there. But this is a state highway.
I think it was making them nervous that you had a sidearm.
Oh, it's legal. Open carry state.
Again, for me, if I believe this government is horrible and unfair, and if I believe that there were other governments better than ours, I would be researching those governments and I would be trying to find my way over there. Like, for example, we have people in the UK in the chat. That means you got black folks living over there. Take your butt over there if you believe that government is better, that society is less racist, and they give more justice. We have people coming from Canada, right? That means black folks can live in Canada. Find a way to research their government, take your butt in Canada. And maybe they ain't got vaccine mandates, and maybe they're not doing chemtrails, all these alleged evil devices you say our government does to the people. I'm seeing people got dual citizenship or getting citizenship in Ghana. They're moving out there and living their best life. You know, now I'm starting to get why some racist folks say, yo, if you hate America, go. Because what is the sense of always complaining when you have no resolution? Like, you'll drive yourself crazy and you'll be playing the victim for the rest of your life. Like, there are other options. There are other places you can live. And I'm saying maybe some of you should start exercising those options. I'm getting tired of hearing the complaints as though there's somewhere else better. Then go to that better place.
Do you have any idea?
Not on me.
Do you have any idea on you?
Okay, guys, here is another classic case of an auditor simply exercising his God-given Second Amendment rights. And as usual, this cop...
All right, so Brendan says they got British Bill of Rights. You know why I say that? Because a lot of the American subjects, well, all of them were from British, right? Britain. So they were British, but from Britain. And they developed these rights to be in a way of saying that these are the rights we were not given when or privy to when we were in Britain. Okay. So now we're going to give ourselves these rights so that this government doesn't do what the British government did. So this is why I thought our rights would be more for the people, be more, it give more liberty, right, to the people than the Bill of Rights in Great Britain and the UK. So let me know. That's why I need to know what it's called so I can Google it and see the difference. But I really want to know, like, what rights do the people, the citizens of the UK have that's granted to them and can't be taken away and can't be violated.
To hunt him down, make contact with him, and start the.
Committed a crime and no obligated ID.
Well, I need you have a firearm.
Okay.
So will you give me your name and date of birth
Nope.
so I can make sure that you are not a felon?
So again, he got a firearm where it's legal. I don't know if it's concealed or unconcealed, but it's legal. So now she's saying, I need your ID so I can see if you're a felon. So now you're trying to find a cause, right? So now her fake little investigation, she needs you to help her charge you, because you have to listen to this. When they want your ID, it's only to try to find something wrong with you so they can charge you and lock you up. She just said it, to see if you have a felony, to see if there's a warrant. You dig? Like, this is what they do. And again, in some states, I don't know which ones, but in some states, if they get your ID and they confirm that you have a felony, right? That you are an ex-felon, they have the right to detain you from that point on. They can actually detain you and have you give away your ID. They can ask you questions. That's if you are an ex-felon. So the suspicion of a crime for a non-felon and an ex-felon, they have different processes for you. The ex-felon, you're staying. The non-felon, you're free to go. But that's only if you give them your ID when you're not legally obligated to. They can keep you there against your will and ask you questions about what happened in the neighborhood that day, the day before, the month before, to tie you into a crime.
I would not be out here with a firearm. Come on now.
Yeah, come on now. Work in my world.
Well, live in my world.
Saying?
If a criminal is standing out in the middle in front of God and everybody,
oh yeah, trust me,
exercising his First Amendment right to freedom of the press, you're doing a story on the nuclear plant.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Do you have any
And
credentials?
who issues credentials?
Okay, that's another thing they're gonna do. So once you say exercise my First Amendment right, because unbeknownst to some of you, your First Amendment right is more than the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion. It's also the freedom of press. That means you're allowed to take pictures in certain places and you're allowed to record and video record, okay, in certain places. That's also your First Amendment constitutional right. Okay, now, with that being said, they're going to ask you, well, do you have credentials as press? You could respond like he's going to probably do. Yes. They're going to say, well, where are they? Because they're looking for paperwork. Like you'll say, go Google the First Amendment right. Okay. Google my First Amendment right. That's my credentials right there. The freedom of press. So that's why he'll ask a clever question like, well, who gives the credentials to the press? Look.
Who issues credentials?
Well, you said you're with the media.
I am. An independent journalist gathering content for story.
Okay, independent journalist.
So, yeah. And your name and badge number?
Oh, my name's Joanne. I'm with the London Police Department.
I figured that. So, but yeah, I was just fixing
so nobody can give you credentials to your rights. Like that's like saying I have the right to express my religion. Well, give me your papers. Like, papers? Nah, that's just a right. I have the right to remain silent. Give me your papers. I have a right to eat a Snickers bar in public. Give me no. There's no credentials for that. It's just the Bill of Rights are my credentials.
Oh, you got the same radio I got. Yeah, I was just.
But now you're being a smart ass. He said you got the same radio I got.
Leave, but they called the law and I wasn't gonna run.
Oh, well, no, I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah,
You know, and like I said,
go ahead.
they called us.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not gonna trespass. That's against the law. I'm not gonna do anything against the law. I'm an independent journalist. I actually stopped to film the deer down there, and I thought, well,
Oh, there are so many deer around here.
and I thought, well, let's get a picture of the nuclear plant.
Yeah,
And
so many deer around here.
you know, I was just about to leave, but when they called the law, I said, well, heck, I'm not gonna run.
Yeah, might as well hang out.
Yeah, might as well hang out. But yeah, I was on my way out. So, did you give me your badge number?
London 1.
London 1. Oh, get the chief?
Yeah.
All right. I feel special. Get the chief out
I
here.
don't know if it says it on my badge, but that's who I am.
Oh,
So.
okay. Well, you can radio in, tell them that I'm leaving and that I'm in no harm, no ill will. I was just taking some pictures, and you'll see it. Maybe you'll see the story. Maybe you'll be on it.
What's it on?
Well, I can't tell you that until it's over.
Maybe you'll be on it.
What's your email address?
Is that all?
Tell me your email address and I'll email it to you.
I don't want to throw it out there and
Okay.
cause free nerves, you understand?
Yeah, you got a card?
Not on me.
Okay.
Yeah, at the office I have a whole desk full of them.
Okay, I'll come back and get one.
Yeah, I mean, turn that up like this, see? Pause.
Okay.
Chief J. Dimmitt at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Can you send that to me?
Huh?
Yeah, can you
Okay.
send it to me?
Yeah, I'll send you everything. I'll show you where I was. I mean, I even took a picture down there to show that I wasn't past the security that radio inside past the security barrier. I wasn't past the security
barrier.
All right. Look, yeah, it was Pottsville.
No, I don't have.
I'm exercising my First and Second Amendment rights.
You're giving some of these people way too much credit.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Well,
and I'm not.
I'm a
trying to be
retired
ugly
Army
or-
officer.
I'm not trying to be ugly or nothing like that, but literally, I got a kick out of that because that was kind of funny. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know. No, I'm not going to. I mean, I've done my job. You know? You're not on their property.
Mhm.
You're not trespassing.
Right.
So.
Appreciate it.
We're complete.
Fist bump you.
Yeah.
Fist bump you.
Yeah. Okay, I can do that. Yeah.
Or elbow bump you, whatever.
Yeah. Nowadays, and nobody likes nobody touching.
Yeah. But yeah.
Go ahead.
United States American police often taunt civilians that want to exercise their rights. The same rights that have made the USA.
All right, so anyway, what we got here? Okay, so this is the last one I'm gonna do, and I'm out because I gotta send a Zoom link to my students. I should have been done it. Last one, because this one was a library, right? So now look what you can do in a library, but look how they're gonna react once you bring the camera there.
Crusader out here at the Kalamazoo Public.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this fellow right here, he ain't so nice. So the Long Island auditor I showed you guys with the black cops, he was very nice and cordial. And you don't have to be nice, by the way. You can be emotional. You can express anger. These things you can do. You can cuss at police officers. You just can't break the law and threaten them, but you can cuss them out. So these guys right here, they're not so nice when their rights are being violated.
Library with freaking media. See what they think of our First Amendment rights.
Now look at that library, like a goddamn mall. But where they at so I can go there? I bet you I'll be rich in that library. Look at that library, y'all. That's crazy. Look how big that thing is. God damn. Wow. I'm gonna move to that city right there. God dang, that thing laid out. I ain't never see a library like that. You see the grill? She's grilling the hell out of me. Look at this castle. Uh-oh, here it is.
Sir. Sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, you need a mask.
So look, so another thing the video does, it exposes the civilians' ignorance to like laws and policies and mandates. Like, okay, they're gonna be educated on that too. So again, these are educational moments that we can learn from. And again, these are the videos that people should pay more close attention to, because you'll see that what you think is lawful is not, it's more of a policy or a request. Look at that library. I ain't seen any tables though. So you probably can't sit in still. When I see a library, I start doing cha-ching, a nice library. Start doing my hands like what's that dude named Alpha Male series? I do my hands like that. You dig? When I see a library, that nice. Show me the tables. I want to see the tables. Oh, this is Michigan. Show me the tables. Okay, no, that's too small. I need me a long, like rectangular table. If I see that, I'm going to visit this library right here.
Nope.
You have to have one in the library.
Nope.
You do.
Nope.
Policy.
Policy doesn't trump law.
So now he's explaining that the First Amendment tells you that you can you have the right to freedom of press in public. So it's not everywhere. I don't have the right to record in your house or private buildings like a Krispy Kreme, things like that. But if it's public and if it's government function, operated, owned, things like that, yes, you are protected by your freedom of press. That's what he's trying to tell them. Like, if I'm protected in this building with the freedom of press, your policy does not trump the law. The Constitution law is first. State laws are second. If you go back and watch my documented video called America Constitution 101, it goes into the order. Okay, federalism is number one. That's the government. Number two are the states. And then you got state ordinances and policies and things like that. But the law, nothing is above the law. The constitutional law, the federal law.
Sir? Sir? Do you have permission to do what you're doing?
Absolutely.
From who?
James Madison.
You have to stop videoing, sir.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yo, that'd be hilarious how the average American citizen is ignorant to the Constitution. This is funny. And look, I'm playing this video. I'm hungry. I'm going to have a bunch of classes today, a packed class, so I can't eat in between. So I'm going to order out. I got like $10 left in donations. I'm going to order out Chipotle. And yeah, I'm not playing with that pizza I got. I'll never do that again. I'm done with pizza forever because it's one bad restaurant. I'm going to go to what I normally go to. Thai food restaurants when I eat out, Chipotle, things like that. But I'm done with these messing around. And I even got tired of Wingstop because Wingstop, it's not too, first of all, it's expensive as hell. I'm never full. And the quality of food is not that great, to be honest. Now, their sauces are A1. I had made some fried buffalo wings, man. I was trying my best to get to Wingstop and get their dip. I'm like, yo, I want their dip. I'm going there just to buy their dip, nothing else. I mean, my own chicken is very good. I want their dip. But I end up not wanting to lose my parking spot because where I live, that parking is like, it's atrocious. I can tell already this is going to be a funny video. They're already hawking them. And then I got to make sure that we have class because I know around the holidays, I don't like to have classes because people are still on vacation. You know what I mean? So if I got a class of 10 kids, I don't want it to be where 7 is missing because of vacation and other activities during the holidays, and only 3 can come. Like, that's like, to me, that's like, I hate when a class of that is like that, you know what I mean? Fraction like that. So I'm like, you know what? Just no class for everybody. So I'm not sure if I got class for Monday. If I don't have class, I'm gonna play some of these videos and stop this live and then go live and talk about something totally different or things we watched today. But I do want to start the lives earlier if I can, because as you see, I'm knocked out around 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock. I'm out. Oh, hibachi. Oh my God, hibachi. I love hibachi food, man. Yeah, so you already know. Man. Brendan, yeah. I definitely do hibachi. I remember I did hibachi like I did it on a Sunday. I did it on a Sunday for a fact. No, I did it on a Friday. I got video recordings. I did it on a Friday. I came back that following Sunday. So Friday, I skipped Saturday. I went on Sunday, and then I ended up going to Benihana's because I didn't know they had the hibachi style grill too. I went there, or I think I went back. I went to one of them. I forgot. I know I did 3 times in 1 month and like very close to each other. I love that. Oh, I love that.
Sorry.
Doesn't the sign out front say public library?
Well, there are.
No, doesn't it say public library?
All right, so here comes the education. I guess he's tired of playing with them.
Doesn't it say public library? Simple yes or no.
I just need you to talk to the director.
Doesn't it say public library? Yes or no? Yes or no? Can't you answer that simple question?
You can ask your questions to the director.
I'm not talking to the director.
Look how beautiful that library is. Y'all can't cap.
How's it going?
We can't be filming in here.
Y'all can't cap. That's a beautiful library. Yo, it's no way. That's Michigan? Michigan must be that must be a huge, huge city, and it's divided. They must have many different elementary schools. They got to have more than one high school. There's no way that that's accessible to everybody, the poor and the wealthy cities. Sections of the city. There's no way. There's no way.
Absolutely, I can.
No, you cannot be filming in here.
Sure, I can.
Not be filming in the library without permission.
Absolutely,
Why are
I
you
can.
filming?
God.
I'm gonna have to ask you to stop filming.
You can ask.
Yo, has anybody seen a library that beautiful? I mean, I must be just stuck in the East Coast where we just used to nothing. But that is amazing. Wow.
What's the name of this? Doesn't it say public library?
Yes.
All right, then,
And
shut the
everybody
hell
in
up.
here has rights not to be filmed.
Not in public. There's no expectation of privacy in public. Learn the law. I guarantee you've got a copy of Constitution for Dummies in here. Why don't you read it, dummy?
Yeah, he said the Constitution for Dummies. I warned y'all. I said this guy isn't gonna be so cordial as the other guy who was in my city with the black officers. I told you. I said he ain't gonna play that violation stuff. Like this guy goes 0 to 100 real quick, and you seen it for yourself. This is funny.
Wear a mask.
Nope. I'm loving this. So, yeah, the channel is Michigan Constitutional Crusader. And he's like this almost in all his recordings. All right. So this ain't some old, treat just for today where you get to laugh. Nah, this is almost all of his recordings. Like he goes hard. You know what I mean? And he ain't the nice one. You got nice ones and you got people who exercise the right not to be so nice. Well, Texas got nice libraries like this? Well, no. Hold. All right. Michelle, I'm sure there's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 nice. I'm asking, he said library look like Top Golf. Michelle, I'm asking you, are there libraries in Texas this nice? And I can only take your word if you say yes. If it's yes, then I got to go back to Texas.
Downtown 315 South Rose Street. So if you don't stop filming, they're going to ask you to leave.
Shut up.
So we are calling 911.
So, go ahead. They'll educate you since you don't want to listen. You're in public.
All right, somebody yelled out. Now, the ignorance is starting to spew. Somebody yelled out, will you stop violating my rights by recording? Now, that person needs to be brought to the police officer when they come. It's like, dude, if you're interested in the protection of people's rights, then you are the one who are in violation. I have every right to record you in public. So you were wrong. You need to apologize. And you're the one creating disturbance, not the guy with the camera. He's quiet. they're contacting him. He's not contacting them. He's not asking questions. He's the one being confronted. So he's not being disorderly or disturbing the peace. So just acknowledge that.
Causing a disturbance over there.
Yeah, you know, I thought was dope just now. If it was a way, like YouTube chat, if it was a way that somebody could send another, what do you call it, chat person, a private message. So it's not intended for the eyes of everybody, or at least maybe the moderator can see it, or not the mod, but the owner of the channel can see it. But it'll be dope if it was like kind of like how Zoom is. It'd be dope if you're able to send a private message to another chatty. You know, because sometimes you might just want to put them on game, educate them, or chastise them, and you don't want to be public. That'd be kind of dope. Or you might want to correct them in private, like, yo, that was wrong about so-and-so. Yo, this is the actual, that'd be dope. Because I believe if people are tagged in private, I believe their response is different than if they were tagged in public. That's just something I think about. Michelle, I'm waiting on you. Are there libraries in Texas this beautiful, this huge? I'm gonna Google that thing. Yeah, direct message. Yes, 504. That's what I mean. That'd be dope if you could do it in the chat. Look at the sign. Cell phone use. Like they just make. Look at the sign right here. That is hilarious. Look. They just look. You can't do this, by the way. You just can't make up a sign and put it there and enforce it as law. So that's what he's exposing. Look, this is policy for the employees of the library, right? Not the Patreons. No, I am.
Policy doesn't trump law.
Why are you filming the patrons here today?
We're not filming the patrons.
These are all patrons here that you're filming.
We're not purposely filming them. We're filming the library. Grow up, dude.
If you'd like to film
Learn
the
the
library,
law.
you need to contact our marketing
No,
department.
I don't have to.
Absolutely.
You're incorrect, sir. Okay. Now stop causing a disturbance. Do you guys have a copy of the Constitution for Dummies?
I'm loving that. Okay, I'm seeing that Arlington, Texas is up there.
Then you'll need to get a job in the private sector.
It's up there. I'm looking at the pictures. I don't see it as modern.
It says it right on your shirt. This is public.
But I
no
see
expectation of privacy
kind
in
of close.
public, ma'am. Not trying to be rude, but
yeah, not close enough though. It's not far. It's in the vicinity of this one in Michigan from the pictures I'm looking at. It's probably as massive as it, but I don't believe it's as gorgeous inside as the one we're looking at. Nah, but it's definitely in the ballpark.
I don't know. She's looking up Constitution for Dummies for me.
Oh, okay, cool. See if they got it.
Yep.
Awesome.
You would think they would, as big as this library is.
Yeah, he said there Constitution for Dummies there.
I'm sure.
Hey, I got to use that. Go ahead and say the Constitution for Dummies in it.
That's crazy. That's the second library we've been to.
Yeah, this library is amazing, man. This is crazy. I know in all like bomb threats and weather advisory, they all go here. They got to go here for safety. Tornado, whatever's going on in Michigan, lead, water, they come here.
Yeah.
All state of emergency.
Yeah, down the Lake Wildlife right down there.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down there.
Where I'm telling you, decent, and it also lets us know it lets us know our possibility. You know, Dr. Khalid Muhammad says something along those lines. He said, why don't you make revolutionary movies where blacks are doing certain things, black doing certain things, so we could see our possibilities. So when you see it played out, you can see if it works, if it doesn't work, but you also got to factor in that they're probably going to be more hostile when it's you because of how you look. Peace to brothers in the UK. So now, brothers UK, I might have already asked you this, but brother, what can I look up to see your Bill of Rights? I want to know if your Bill of Rights are similar to ours over here in America, because I was having a discussion with one of my friends, and we were talking about governments and freedoms and liberties. And I was like, I don't know another government that gives as much freedoms and liberties as our government. But he was saying that there's other places out there. Now, of course, they're never specific. I was. So I'm like, yo, I'm interested to read their rights for the people, like, and see if they're as broad as ours. So, brothers UK, or anybody from UK, what is the name of your Bill of Rights for the citizens? So I can compare and contrast to see if they are similar as ours, or you guys got less liberties. Because over here, we can do a lot.
We require masks on you to leave.
So again, another person that's, look, you see the library, they are more aggressive than the actual, wasn't he at City Hall? Wasn't they at like police departments? These librarians, these people in libraries, they really feel like there are like law enforcers. They're just handing out demands. You need and she said the word, masks are required. Man, you just said the word required. That means no, thank you. You didn't say that this was a law or ordinance. You said, or state mandate. You just said, or a judge signed some stuff. This is a library requirement. Man, no, thank you.
In the law library. Sir, I need you to leave.
Look, yeah, he tried to find the Constitution for Dummies. Yo, this is hilarious. He's trying to find the Constitution for Dummies. Here we go. Your rights, workplace. He's getting close. This is funny, man. And you know what's funny? Yo, you don't see this many books in the damn Barnes and Nobles on this subject. You might see a few of these. I know, I've been over there. God, this library got more. Yeah, wow, it's more equipped than Barnes and Nobles.
Public building.
It is a public building with rules of conduct, and one of the rules of conduct is that you have to wear your mask.
I'm medically exempt.
If you need medically exempt,
yes, ma'am.
Accommodations, we can help you through our curbside service.
You just make it up. You're medically exempt. Well, we have accommodations. You're just making stuff up on the fly, ma'am. Anything that goes in my mouth is compromising my health. Okay. Okay, hey, look, Michelle, if Jersey got some, possibly, right? You gotta look it up, because there are some cities that's like just full of mansions, like beautiful, right? But they are normally far from like the city. They're normally in cities we probably never heard of, never imagined. And I'm sure if, I would love to just know, because I'll go check it out. And that's when I do my auditing, because I'm sure they're not used to people that look like me around them or in their library. So I'm sure I'm going to be the focus of attention. Okay, the Brothers UK, you said the Bill of Rights mainly refers to the Crown Royalty 600. Let me look that up. Now, is there anything we can do you guys can't do in your country? Have anything you have noticed that's like very important that we can do in America that you wish you guys can do in UK. Can you give me something in specific, please? I need that to beat down my boy.
Yeah, you were right. They were mad.
They get the cops in here without a mask and recording with his body camera. They're not saying nothing. That's what happened.
Yep. So we don't want to keep them out here.
See the double standard?
Yep.
Hey, brother UK, I type in the Crown Royal 1600s. It's showing me liquor. Okay, I got something. I found something.
Gentlemen, can I talk to you guys inside, please?
Why can't we talk in here?
We talk right here.
Because I'd like you guys.
Okay, now see, that's a request. It's not a law. So you got to be. Again, we're having fun. We're arguing in chat, but pay attention what was legal and illegal. Okay, so when he said, "Can I talk to you outside?" That's a request. That he's asking him, "Can I talk to you outside?" So the brother who's holding the camera, he's aware of that language. So he's like, no, we can talk right here. You know, that request, I'm denying, I'm rejecting. So it says the crown is a legal term used to describe, ain't that the terminology polite be using? The crown is a legal term used to describe the monarch as head of state. The position of the monarch is synonymous with the crown. The two are not separate and cannot be used to mean different people. All right, so anyway, I got something that I believe on Wikipedia. It says the Bill of Rights, 1689. And okay, yep. So this is going to be something like that. Okay, so it specifically goes into the United Kingdom. Let me see what it says here. Yeah, but I want to know the specifics. Like again, you could type in the Bill of Rights, and you're going to get the Bill of Rights and all the amendments. I wonder if I could type in something in regards to the UK, and we just can read it, you know, like we can do with ours.
Legal library. Can we just step outside, please?
Why? I'm lawfully allowed to be here recording like I'm doing without.
You see, he's asking a question. Now, he's very slick. He's asking a question, and as he's asking the question, he's walking towards where he wants you to go. So he's already assuming you're going to comply and agree or accept this requirement to go outside and talk to him.
I'm within the law.
Little police tactic, you dig?
Sure, policies does not dictate my life.
Policies are for employees.
Can we please just step outside?
For their employees, not for me.
Look, he can't even swallow. Now that they challenge his authority on going outside, this police officer is having a hard time of swallowing.
I'm not trespassing.
Pause.
It's a public library, publicly accessible to all the public.
Time, place, and manner.
Time, place, and manner. We conducted ourselves properly. We were not being disorderly. Everybody else was.
12 to 10. Can we step out here, please?
Can we stand right here? Yeah, we stand right here.
Why are we standing right here?
Why is that?
Because I'm not wearing a mask.
Because it's out of the building and you want to make them think you made me leave. When you have no authority to make me leave this building, I'm not committing your crime.
You asked me a question, I'm trying to answer it. They would like people to wear masks inside the library.
Right,
I do
didn't
not.
ask you to wear one.
Let me finish what I'm telling you, okay? They would like people to wear masks inside the library. I don't have one with me. So that's why I'm asking you.
I don't have one either, but they got it right there at the door, so if you wanted to grab one, you could. But again, because their policy mandates their employees wear a mask, they cannot force that on the public. It's a mandate, not a law. You enforce the law, sir, not mandates or feelings. Okay?
And there's medical.
Yeah, so he's educating a police officer. Like, dude, you enforce laws, you don't enforce feelings or policy or concerns.
Policy, you have to have a mask on. But the policy does not trump my rights. You understand? Policy is for employees. Policy is for employees. Just like you have a policy and code of conduct with your agency, this public library, their employees have a policy or a code of conduct that they have to follow. We as people, as the people of the United States, as citizens, we have to follow the law and the Constitution. All right? So as this being a publicly funded library, funded by tax dollars, and the people have a right to come in here and record. Okay, and they can't force me to wear a mask if I tell them I'm medically exempt from the
This guy
mandate,
wants to
which
come
I
up.
don't even have to tell them that.
Criggin.
But I was kind enough to do that. Then they should honor that, but they don't want to. They're just super mad that we're recording. And everybody else is in there is causing a disturbance, yelling and everything, but we're not saying anything to them. We're being quiet, minding our business, keeping our distance from.
So he's educating a police officer. Again, this is why I tell you, most police officers that's low ranking, they don't really know. Like, you know, they I don't know what they've learned in training, maybe just know how to control the crowd, arrest people and cite laws and, you know, write citations. I don't know. But a lot of them don't know. So you got to be prepared. When you talk to a low ranking officer, you got to already be prepared of them not knowing much about what's going on, but they're just willing to be aggressive, right? Because they don't know. Usually when you don't know something, you kind of replace it with aggression. Like your lack of knowledge is replaced with aggression. If you don't believe me, look at some of these dialogues we have on this channel. Once somebody don't know something, watch how they turn up.
We want to call you guys because we don't want to listen to them, even though we weren't doing anything wrong. We didn't commit a crime.
I'm sorry.
It's hot in here.
It is hot. It's like they got the heat cooking in here.
They do, it seems like.
They need to understand that they can't just really throw somebody out of the library just because they're not following their policy. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then when you show up and then we come outside with you, then they think they won and they don't see. They have no authority to make it. They're not doing anything wrong. Yep. That's all we're trying to say is we're not doing anything wrong. We're being quiet, minding our business. We weren't not messing with anybody. People came up to us. I told them, hey, just be quiet, leave me alone. Just let me do what I'm doing. And that's that. I don't want to wear your mask. I'm medically exempt from it. I think you put it on my face. Period.
The other issue they have is that they don't want people reporting in the library without pre-op.
Okay, so now here's the other issue. So the mask was the first issue. He lost that one. Okay, so this is when they get butthurt. So now he's going to mention the recording. They don't want. All right, so forget about the law. It's about what they don't want. Again, he's running from being a law enforcer, and he's now becoming a feelings enforcer. I'm going to enforce their feelings. They don't want you here. They don't want you to record, so you can't record. That's where he's going now.
We don't need authorization. It's not a private library, it's a public.
Well, they can disagree all they want to, but the law is law. So what is the library? He comes out to the library. He comes out to the library. We give a virtual tour of the library, and then we leave.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily have to have. I mean, this is my business. I come to your police department to do the same thing.
And we do have permission to be here from James Madison.
Okay.
That's all we're saying, and they're all twisted, got their panties up in a bunch because they can force us to bend to their will, but they have no authority to make us bend to their will. They work for the people. Taxpayers pay their paycheck just like they pay yours, right? Tax dollars.
Are you willing to identify yourself, sir?
Why would I do that?
Common request.
Well, I tell you like this. My friends call me.
See, a request, common request. You see it right there. So I put caps on. Common request.
If you want to be my friend, you can call me spanking tax, otherwise it's sir.
Okay. Seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do. Give your name.
Why?
Why not?
So why?
Just because I'm asking.
I know, but just because you ask, I mean, I have to.
And why do you want the name?
You don't have. It seems like a pretty reasonable thing to ask.
Well, to some people it might seem reasonable. To me, it seems like an invasion of my privacy. Unless I committed a crime and broke the law, even then I don't even have to give you my name. I can make the company take me to jail, run my mugshot, and get my identification that way. That's the way it is in law. We just want our rights to be honored and respected.
right, so let's get to some.
Yeah, but I don't, good policy is for the employees, okay? And there is a code of conduct when you're in a public building that you must conduct yourself in a proper manner. We're not running around yelling, causing any kind of disturbances. In fact, there were people upstairs yelling, all right? And all of the employees are taking around the building to be disorderly, okay? As long as you respect time, place, and manner. So the policy doesn't tell all right. Under the First Amendment, I'm allowed. No, ma'am. That's false. That's false. Well, they feel wrong. They are wrong. Huh?
All right, so it looks like they were just bluffed. I don't see any.
The library requested what?
They would like to send you ban letters, so they were requesting your name and address.
Oh, so okay. Tell them to send it to Spanky Pants.
Spanky Pants. Send it to Spanky Pants.
I mean, you can't ban somebody from a public building just because they're conducting themselves at the proper time, in the proper manner, and in the proper place. Okay? Tax dollars pays for the building, right? Pays all their salaries for all the people that work there, just like your guys' tax dollars pays your guys' salaries. Okay. Right? So, I'm sure. I know it. It's a public library, and the public police funded by tax dollars, like police departments and the fire departments.
Well, is there something we can do for you?
No, we just wanted to walk through and record like we're awfully allowed to do.
They said that you need to make a pre.
They're incorrect.
That's not true, ma'am. You know how many licenses?
First Amendment gives us the right.
The Constitution gives me that pre-authorization.
The problem is
the First Amendment.
The problem is you guys are upsetting some of the other.
But hold on.
No, we're not upsetting.
So it keeps switching, right? First was the mask, then you can't record, and now the third problem is, because the first two have been shot down, the third problem is people are being upset. Okay, so now, a couple lives ago, I likened that to this. Because American citizens don't like certain rights that you're privy to, and they get offended, that doesn't make your right go away. I use this analogy. I'm sure once the civil rights movement was successful and we had a somewhat integrated society, I'm sure when you drunk from certain water fountains that was segregated, I'm sure when you drunk from that water fountain, as an African American, I'm sure a lot of white people were upset. They felt offended, and they felt every which way he's about to say that they feel in that library. Just because you feel a certain way, and I'm rightfully doing something, that doesn't take away my right from doing it. Okay, so somebody just can't call the cop and say, you know what? I know that this Negro has the right to drink from this water fountain. I understand that. I understand what the Constitution is saying. That's what the 14th Amendment is stating. But however, I still feel a certain way because I'm not used to this right being exercised. Can you make them go away? That's pretty much what's happening there.
They're upsetting themselves. Are you feelings police or law enforcement?
My presence.
Stand on the law and honor your oath.
Exactly. It's teaching.
Okay. Their feelings don't count my life.
Yeah, look, I'm trying to tell you, the ID thing is hilarious. They get denied all the time, and you're supposed to deny them too. Unless they can articulate a crime you're suspected of committing or about to commit, you have no right to show them any ID. And again, when you show them ID, it can only hurt you. It's not going to help you. If they find a warrant, in some states, if you are an ex-felon, they can hold you now longer and legally detain you. Okay, because since you're an ex-felon, you're likely to do something crazy in that area, or you're likely to have committed a crime or done something. Committed a crime that was already committed in that area, and they couldn't find a culprit. So now you are part of that investigation, okay? Because you're the felon.
Well, they make them be peaceful and respect my rights. Well, they weren't earlier. Chasing me all the way through the building, got people yelling and this, that, and the other.
Well, the problem is solved now because you guys are done and they're peaceful and you're here.
I might want to go back in.
Well, I prefer you don't with the camera. If you'd like to shut your camera off.
But I don't want to stop my camera. This is for my protection as well.
That's right.
I mean, you got a body cam, he's got a body cam. I don't want to wear a body cam. I have this. This is for my protection.
Well, then call again and you're
But I
welcome to
don't
make a
have
complaint.
to. That's where you get it twisted. I don't have to. Just because they think I have to, that doesn't make me the right. I I mean, this is by far the first library I've went into and done this. And every time I'm doing it right and I'm allowed to do what I'm doing. Because I know the law and I know what I'm allowed to do and I know what my rights are. Just because they disagree doesn't make them right. And you should tell them that you do have the right to do what we're doing. Only if you truly believe it, though. Do you truly believe that we have the right to do what we're doing? Okay, all right. Well, what's the law? What's the law say about coming into a publicly accessible building? The property. But, you know, as long as we're conducting ourselves at the proper time, very business hours, we're not taking it. Well, let's follow the rules, man.
No, the rules are that they don't allow recording without
But that bothers my rights. I can't institute a policy that violates my rights. But I can choose to stay too.
If you think it's violating your civil rights, you can try to civilly assume that you.
But I don't want to assume nobody. I just want to respect.
That's the proper course of action.
Why is it that all the
Sign fell over.
libraries have this policy, but yet when I come to challenge it, it falls right on his face and an officer shows up. We just did it in Galesburg, and a Kalamazoo County Sheriff's deputy showed up, and he said, "You guys are good to go." And we stayed in the library all that we wanted to, because that's within the law, without being hindered and being bothered, because I'm narrating the story as I'm doing it, and they keep interrupting me.
And we're not trying to focus in on the customers. We're just recording the library itself.
They have their anonymity. I leave the customers alone. I don't bother them. I don't even bother the staff.
What is the issue with them making an appointment then so they can do their policy?
Well, I don't. Their policy is something like that. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm just saying it would be easier for everyone. That would
For sure. But the whole point is showing up with a camera.
But don't forget her whole argument. Now I gave you the extreme. I'm giving you the segregation state, but it is fitting. Again, your rights got to be compromised. We gotta violate your right because somebody is offended by you having that right. That's pretty much what she's arguing for. Somebody or some people are offended by you having a specific right that's owed to you in this country. And because they are offended, instead of educating them about your right and their right, we're going to ask you to leave because they are offended of you having that right. That's the case you're making right now.
It's called an audit to make sure somebody respects the First Amendment. Okay. So under the Constitution, under the First Amendment.
Yeah. So Montclair's not that far. Montclair is about it's not that far, about half an hour. Not what traffic. Montclair is a little past north. It's like the city area, so the part we can get crazy. But to answer your question, it's not that far. It's a tolerable drive. Something I can do. It's not far. Again, it's just the convenience. Whatever time I choose to go, it could be an inconvenience because the traffic can get crazy. But to answer your question, initially, it's not far. About 30-35 minute drive.
To the public makes a threat under the First Amendment. Okay. And to call ahead and let them know, hey, we're going to come do some reporting in the library. Would you accommodate us? That kind of negates the whole fact.
I just want to see if he's going to go back in. Because all this talking really doesn't mean anything. We want to know the outcome.
Yep.
And that's it.
And then we'll leave.
You respect my rights to stay there, I'll leave and I won't bother him no more. I wouldn't bother him in the first place. I just wanted to come take a tour. I'd never been here. This is a pretty big library.
Exactly.
And
This is an awesome
really
library.
Nicely built library. It's got
Beautiful,
really
yeah.
features to it.
We'll step
We're
back
not trying to
in
make
here.
your guys' job hard. You guys got crime to fight out there. I feel like your time is wasted here dealing with us.
Could I get your badge number, sir?
15469.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, we were staying quiet. We weren't trying to irritate people.
No, I was keeping my distance, because I don't wear a mask. I try to maintain a 6-foot distance from people. And then the lady in the library came all the way out of her office and came all the way up to me with a mask in her hand trying to shove it on my face. Well, okay, no, that's not the law, man. Your policy applies to you as an employee and to the other employees that work here. And that's what they fail to understand. I mean, if I was in there yelling and cussing at somebody, or knocking books off the table, or berating the employees with bad names, I would understand.
What's up?
But I wasn't doing any of that. I tried to de-escalate.
Walk through where you need to walk through, and then hopefully we can move on from there if that works.
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect.
I think it's the idea of the live streaming kind of freaks people
Well,
out.
I'm just recording, I'm not.
Right, but they don't know that. They're
Right,
like,
totally,
now they're on somebody's TV.
Right. I understand that totally. I don't like being on camera myself. I don't really ever put myself on camera, but I don't really get upset if somebody else wants to put me on camera. All right, awesome, guys.
Okay, so this is the moral of the story.
Thank you.
The moral of the story is that they indeed had rights through the First Amendment, which states free press, to record public accessible facilities in and out. Okay. Also, you're able to record any facility if you're standing on public ground. It can be a private building. It can be somebody's bedroom window. If you're on public ground, it is now their responsibility to be private. So whatever they don't want to be seen is their responsibility to conceal it, to keep it from the public eye. You heard of that? Because you can't trespass somebody's eyes. There's no law requiring you to close your eyes when you walk somewhere or put your hand over your face, right? So although this might be private, confidential, all that type of stuff, if you're in a public space, it is now their responsibility to conceal it and keep it private. You cannot trespass your eyes. Now, you can use a camcorder. You can't use no special spy tools. Now that's going somewhere else. But a regular camcorder, a regular camera, right? Things like that, you can definitely record anything your eyes can see as long as you're on public ground. That's the First Amendment. And you see, he explained himself. The officers had rebuttals. All the rebuttals got shot down. Look what they're going to do. They're walking back in with the cops present. So the Patreons and library staff going to hold that L. And that's what's going on right now. And they're going to purposely shove it in their faces.
I just love the view looking up right here.
I do. I really love that.
Look at that camera. Yeah, those are cool.
Huh?
Those are cool.
Aren't they cool?
Right, exactly.
Look, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
So they got to hold that L. They thought they were being chased out. They was able to leave on their own will, and they were allowed by the law enforcers to continue their protected activity. Oh yeah. So you missed a little bit, Amber. You missed a little bit, but I'm about to stop the live now because I had some classes, but we're going back on. So yeah, check out the video. Look at some of those things that we showed. It's something to talk about a little later because again, people claim they're banging on the beast, and they're really doing nothing. Nobody's learning. They didn't win anything. Their point wasn't made. There was no progression. I don't consider that banging on the beast. I consider banging on the beast is pretty much what they did just now. They were exercising a constitutional right. They were met with opposition. They challenged the opposition. Law enforcement was called. Law enforcers threatened them, bluffed them, scared them. They challenged that threat, that false requirement, all those things. They won. They challenged the beast. They won. They were able to continue with their activities. They went back in the library, shoved it down the staff face and the Patreons and the officers' face. The ones that act like they couldn't have the right to video record whatever they want. That's banging on the beast. They beat the system. Well, sort of. You get what I'm saying? To me, that's real power. And they're also showing that they are empowered, and they were empowered with the police basically escort. So I'm gonna stop the live, check it out from the beginning. I show other examples. The library was the last one because it's usually the best one. So when you watch these audits, the library is usually the best content. Second is probably the post office. Like they are the most funny because they get the most extreme reactions from the public servants. Anyway, Weezy out of here. Thank everybody for showing up. I'll be back live around 8 o'clock because my last class is over at 8. I'll be back at 8. Peace. Weezy.